One. Hello and welcome to Heralds of an Azure Omen, Session 6. Jordan has returned to us. Huzzah. I am DM Taylor and I am joined by Dante playing...
Rortrin Havrelson.
George playing...
Nicassius.
Stephanie playing...
Breaker.
Chris playing...
Crypt, I still can't breathe.
Oh, and Jordan playing...
Ragdal Fireforge.
Huzzah. And when we last left Ragdal, he was hammering happily at some stuff at the Dwarvish Embassy, which has provided him with some of the services of his guild while he is away from home. Shortly before the rest of the party left on their, I don't know if I want to call it an ill-fated adventure. There was definitely a lot of ill fate for many, many people involved. But, you know, it turned out for the best. They did, in fact, exorcise at least one ghost. And nobody additional died. So good job, guys. Give yourselves a light hand so as not to overwhelm the microphone. There we go. Now, it has come to my attention that Rillian has been gone for quite a long time. And it seems that the last time he was seen was in the company of our wizard and our cleric. Is that right?
I believe so.
Now, where has Rillian been this whole time?
I would say that he's been looking after our equipment that we left at the...
You think Rillian would content himself with just looking after equipment?
Well, probably also maintaining it.
We convinced him it was very important.
Remember how much water he took with him when he escaped from his captors?
That is very true, but at the same time, we might be teaching him Rillian. And listen, to be an adventurer, you must look after your equipment.
Remember how he tried to dual wield despite not having proficiency in dual wielding?
He was practicing.
Yes, that is true. Alright, you left Rillian back to watch your equipment. Now, while all this was going on over the few hours since they left you in the morning, can you make me a perception roll, Ragdal?
11.
Alright, so what were you doing at 2 in the afternoon?
Probably just working with my tools.
Okay.
Up in the embassy in my room.
Were you using your shield as your little magical forge, or what were you doing? Alright, so you were sitting there with your shield down, working contentedly. At one point you distractedly looked up. I don't know why distractedly, you were like pretty much completely focused on your task, but because breathing is important, you look up to breathe. And you see a very comfortable looking, very gaunt clown sitting across from you. He is looking intently at your work also. He gives a tiny wave as you meet his gaze. And he says, "Hello, don't mind me, continue with what you were doing."
I won't say a word and I'll just look back down and continue what I'm doing.
What did you do with the blue stone when you were given it?
It'll probably be in my pack, yes.
Okay. His gaze drags across the floor to land on your pack, and then he tilts his head back towards you. Are you planning on doing anything with that blue stone?
No specific plans, but yes, indeed.
You know...
Are you planning on doing anything with that stone?
No. Those people who you took it from, they had no plan for it either. I was very disappointed. I have great faith in your imagination and your ambition. It's not much of an exaggeration to say your life depends on it.
Good.
Feel free to tell your companions that I do not require it.
I'll feel free to tell my companions that the clown that appeared only to me told me he did not indeed need the stone.
Well, when you say it like that, it sounds silly.
The situation is silly.
What kind of fumes are you inhaling while you're working on your chest set?
Maybe that's why Ragdal looked down initially, just assuming it was a vision.
It's a hallucinogenic chest
Yes,
set.
yes, indeed. Yeah.
There are no windows in this room, unfortunately. normally your cleric powers protect you, but
The dwarves don't believe in ventilation.
that's very true.
That's actually
It
accurate.
explains a lot of things, including their height.
The no windows make me feel more underground.
You'd be 15 feet tall if your growth hadn't been stunted by fumes.
Tell me, Mr. Fireforge, what do you desire most in the world?
How do you know my name?
I asked the kind man downstairs.
I see.
And also, I've been following you for a long time. And by a long time, I mean about 2 days, which is a long time as far as clowns are concerned.
Is it? I'm not familiar with the clown's routine or anything like that.
Of course not.
Do clowns have a short lifespan, or like?
It's only a profession.
That
I don't
sounds
know why you would have a shorter lifespan than any other.
Well, you said 2 days is a long time.
It
so I'm
is.
just extrapolating.
We clowns get a lot done.
Can you repeat the question, sir?
What, Mr. Fireforge, do you desire most in this life?
I desire to get to the center of the earth and return the dwarves to deep underground where they belong.
You know, great power and wealth would probably help with that quite a lot. Have you ever thought of acquiring great power and wealth?
It would. No, you're not wrong. It would.
Well, maybe, just maybe, a very powerful wizard might be able to use that blue stone to help you acquire great power and wealth. Who knows?
Oh,
Be
would
worth
you
looking
happen
into.
to know of such a wizard that I could?
I know of many.
Of many.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, if you can get in contact with my people get in contact.
That
with
wouldn't be
you.
nearly dramatic enough. You wouldn't go on a wonderful and haunting hero's journey if I just gave you your destination right now, would you?
No, that's true. That's true.
Just know that I will be watching and applauding you from the shadows. Oh, and also you should watch out for my wife. She is called Cormorant with wings of red.
Is she also a clown?
No, but that's a good guess.
Okay.
She
I'll
is
keep
like
an
me,
eye.
a wizard from the moon.
Okay.
Let that be your first clue. Goodbye, Mr. Fireforge. We will meet again. He rises and tries to
Bye,
open the door. Did you
Mr.
lock your
Clown.
door?
I probably would have locked my door. Else.
Okay. Would you mind letting me out?
How do you get in?
How did you get in?
That is none of your concern. I'm
Yes,
asking
I
you
will
now.
I will let you out.
He bows fluidly and leaves. You guys finish your adventure.
I will put away my tools and assume that I've been inhaling too much fumes and stop working for the day. Maybe
Can
go
you-
outside and get a.
Can you give me a perception roll?
Yes. 10.
You believe that there's a large chance that fumes were in fact involved. So you guys, having finished your adventure, it is now the afternoon. What do you do?
I think we should go back, check with our buddy, make sure that he's finished his work for the day. Hey, give him an update on like anything that we did, and possibly share the rewards of our previous misadventure with him.
When we came out of the house, it was still daylight
Yes.
because the windows had been dark while we were inside.
Yes. Once
Okay.
you murdered the ghost, the daylight returned.
The daylight returned. Okay.
Were you escorting her back to the hotel?
Yes, I was heading back with
Okay. Are you going to stay at the hotel
her
when you
to the
get there?
cellar. Actually, I was going to see her safely to there and then go meet up with them.
Okay.
So we'll wait for him.
He shortly returns.
Hello.
Hello.
You have shortly returned.
She was
have.
grateful for your
Has
assistance.
he returned shorter?
Hmm. Oh, also, there's a blue teddy bear on your bed.
Okay, good.
A clown just hummed in your head.
Where are the bears?
Oh, I didn't bring the bears.
It's the verbal component of all his
Yeah.
spells.
The bears.
Like it.
No, that's the material component. The somatic component is stroking the top of its head.
Okay, so we're going to his guild.
Yes.
Yeah,
The
the
Dwarvish Embassy, which is giving him some benefits in a like AAA fashion. Technically, they're not his guild, which is like important. The clown has returned. I mean, you assume because
Yes,
somebody's
indeed.
knocking at the door.
We can't just knock on his
I would
door. We're just knocking on the front door.
very loudly.
Gotcha.
back and
You hear a faint humming coming from inside the building.
forth. I will open the door a crack and peek out the door.
And you see us, your clowns,
With a hammer in
friends.
my hand. Where's the clown? Did anyone see a clown leave
Some
the
fumes
stone?
waft through the door as he opens it.
Are you okay?
There was a clown. He said he doesn't need the stone.
I think you need some fresh air.
Maybe.
Why don't you come outside for a little while?
I'm going to lock my door on the way out.
Lovely. So he exits. He squints and blinks in the sunlight.
Do you have the stones on you?
In my pack.
Okay.
Yeah, so how did they go? Oh, did you get any forging done and such?
Until I saw a clown, yes.
Did this clown speak to you?
Yes, he said he does not need the stones. But he suggested I find a wizard to give the stones to.
A wizard.
Very, very strongly suggested.
Did the wizard have a name?
No.
Only that
He said we
wizard
need
Did
a
the
journey.
clown have a name?
I don't believe he gave it, but he may have. I was very
question.
distracted by the fact that there was a clown in my room.
Could I roll insight to see if I can correlate between this clown appearing and the description of the gentleman, and that these guys would have.
You were
sold-
told he was a clown
Yes,
named
it-
Dragonfly with wings of blue. You make the connection.
Yeah.
Did he have wings?
He was just described to me as a clown.
He appeared to you and described
He did
himself.
not have wings.
Okay.
He was dressed in a modest traveling cloak.
How do you
Um,
know he's a clown?
Because his face was painted clownishly, as were his exposed forearms.
Gotcha.
And he had a little red on the tip of his nose. And he was just acting like a clown.
How silly
Like,
of me.
trust me, if you saw him, you would think, that's a clown.
Only clowns say.
And call themselves clowns.
Yes, indeed.
So I'm going to show you the lead candlestick
Maybe
that
they're
I
more
took from the
metaphorical
house.
wings.
If you have some use for it,
Maybe the
feel
clowns.
free to have it.
I can make anything out of any metal, so.
Okay, it doesn't do me any good.
Candlestick.
Stop stealing lighting apparatuses.
You have
Took it so he didn't get scolded with it again.
Thank you.
the candlestick is of okay quality. It's really not much use beyond the lead that it's made of. You do not find any hidden compartments or special components or traits to it.
How big is the candlestick compared to, like, if I made a somewhat thin case out of the candlestick's metal, could I fit the stones inside that case?
Yes.
Okay, good to know.
Lovely, lovely.
So, are you going to stay around here for a day and such, and then tomorrow we can go about earning about some more money, maybe finding some recipes for, or some material. After all, I do have this the spirit paper right here.
He holds up some paper that has what looks like an ink blot in the shape of a black butterfly on each.
Do we believe that a clown visited him or that he just hallucinated?
Well, don't forget, we just
pull
that's
out the
based
blue
off
teddy
against a
bear.
cannibalistic ghost.
I don't know where this came from, but it appeared after the clown disappeared.
Do we have some too?
You can roll me insight if you think you may doubt his story.
I do.
Understandably, I still doubt that.
Oh,
This seems completely reasonable.
this seems completely reasonable. I believe him 100%. I don't know
You
how.
have heard of these creatures called clowns. You never thought that you'd see one in your life, but apparently your paths have crossed.
They have a very short lifespan, apparently.
I never said that.
It was implied.
Well, this is the medieval age, so
I am a druid. I respect clowns as all God's creatures. So, you know,
Lovely.
they have their place in the world.
They're an important part of the ecosystem.
Apparently that place is sneaking into your bedroom.
Or leaving a
Creepy.
teddy bear.
That's why I don't sleep inside, guys.
with a locked door and
Makes
no
sense.
windows.
Mm-hmm. Indeed.
You'd be safer in the stable with my goat, really.
So you have this stone, and yes,
May I ask the people at the embassy if the clown, in fact, did walk up and ask who I was?
yes, he
They're
did.
gonna kick you out.
Well,
But
they
he did, apparently.
They asked if the clown asked if Ragdal Fireforge was still here, and when they said yes, he asked if you were still in the specific room that he numbered, and they said yes. And he said thank you, and then he walked down the hall apparently,
Okay, so it did happen then.
and they didn't see him walk
I have
out.
more witnesses.
If they hadn't seen him, they'd be kicking you out.
Yeah, probably.
You
Guild license revoked.
Dwarf license revoked.
You're now a halfling.
Your free trial of being a dwarf has expired.
Please leave your beard and badge at the door.
You have to make a whole new email account to have another trial now.
Yeah.
So you didn't try putting the two halves of the stone together, did you?
No.
Good idea, because this is some type of magical mystery muckery.
But
Indeed.
You do have a wizard in your party.
I'm a backwoods wizard. Listen, and what I learned through practice and such. And I'm a hunter. I am not this type that sits in a tower for months and years on end learning about arcane languages. I don't even know how to speak Draconic. Heck, I'm better at Orcish than I am at the language of magic.
He's less of a whiskey wizard and more of a moonshine magician.
there's a lot of
Well,
alliteration going on.
Could we, together with my knowledge of stones and your knowledge of magic, perhaps try and figure something out?
Yeah, I think we could do something. And, I mean, it probably won't be the finest. It's the
You do
magical...
remember it has enough power
Yeah,
locked
we were
inside
warned
it to
about
like
this.
obliterate half a continent.
And I inform him of this.
Oh yeah, that there
I'm
was
glad I
that
have it
thing.
sitting in my pack right now. This
Yeah.
is great.
Yeah, it's...
I'm gonna take this candlestick and go make a case for it real quick.
Maybe two separate cases.
Maybe that's a good idea, yes.
So, are we looking for a clown now?
Are we? I don't know.
Well, we were looking for the clown
Are we looking,
before.
are we looking for a clown or to avoid a clown? He said he'd be watching us at all times through the shadows.
Well, so we don't really need to look for him. He's,
Yeah.
he's
He's
there.
probably watching us right now.
Hi, clown.
So were you already appraised of the bears?
No.
Okay. I wasn't sure whether you were there for the bear conference. I wasn't sure where you split off.
Right.
Yeah.
So they all nodded sagely when you pulled out the bear, and you just got even more confused.
Well,
Oh.
I'm going to take the bear out of my pouch and show you that I've got a bear.
Have we
Put the
all
bear
been
back.
entered in a secret society? Is that what's happening?
I don't have a bear.
And Crypt has a bear also.
That's what you
The
get
only
for
one who
sleeping
doesn't
in
have
a
a bear
stable.
is...
You're already a bear.
Can you become a blue bear?
No, but I am blue naturally.
Okay.
So you put the two together. So,
We need blue paint.
This guy over here is the outsider.
yeah, no bear for you. So we've taken this to mean that somebody's
Poor
telling us
Martin.
they've been watching us, but now somebody's come right out and told us they've been watching us. So maybe
We apparently
that.
didn't get the hint hard enough.
From
No.
the bears.
I remember the gentleman that you stole the rock from. They said that they had been told by the dragonfly to get the stone.
The
And-
poor dead gentleman.
Are they dead now?
Well, at least one
One
of
of
them.
them
The
is, I
one,
believe.
well, the one slumped to the floor, and we didn't stay around to find out
yes.
whether he was dead or
The
not.
one you stepped on was just some random dude in the place.
Yeah.
One of them may or may not be dead. One of them was just like magically held or something when you left. They said that they were supposed to meet the dragonfly at his hotel, the Wizard's Cellar, and he just never showed up, and they were panicking because they were running out of money. And then they asked if you would take over the job for them, and Rortrin said, "Oh, we weren't planning on giving it to him." And they're like, "Oh no, we're gonna die if we let these guys have this thing." And
And then they died anyway.
And
maybe
a bottle magically flew across the room.
Yeah, I know.
Because catapult-
Twice.
No, it came out of nowhere. You know, it's
These things happen in bars.
Innocent
Yeah,
bystander
exactly.
just happened to die.
Yeah.
You can't just go into a bar and expect bottles not to fly at your head. So, do we know for a fact that this clown is Dragonfly?
Well, given his description, his attitude, and also his penchant for being known as being a scary mofo that can and get anywhere he wants to.
just like dragonflies.
Why is he dressed as a clown?
If he wanted the stones,
If you're going to be
Why am I
as
so
scary
alive?
as him, you can
You're
then be
understand.
whatever you want to be.
Why didn't he just take the stones?
Well, he's probably more interested into the hilarious hijinks that we get up to as we figure out what to do with them.
There are hilarious
Either that or
hijinks.
robbing somebody inside the Dwarven embassy was not exactly
I mean, he got
Something
through my
he
locked
wanted
door
to do.
pretty easily.
We're standing in the middle of the street. He could rob us right now.
So remember the first night that...
We're not very competent.
I guess it was like last night, wasn't it? Crypt had the rock, and he was just holding it above himself, and it slipped out of his hands and knocked him out. And he woke up, and there was one of the bears on his bed, and the rock was still there.
Yeah.
And Crypt was not in the embassy at the time, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I was gonna sit in my room.
So Dragonfly doesn't actually want the stone.
Has anyone taken time to like really inspect these bears, or do we just have the bears?
I mean,
Well, he
I
inspected
looked
them
at
enough
it
to
and
make sure it was
found
real.
nothing out of it, the ordinary of it being a bear. I don't know whether Crypt ever spent any time looking at the bear
We
No,
take them
not
he
really.
got or not.
I think I looked at it. I used detect
Yes.
magic on them.
Yeah,
There's
we
no,
did.
and
Magic
there was
anything
no
on it.
magic on them.
Yeah.
But that being said, there might be something else mechanical or some undetectable item about them that I'm not skilled in finding out about.
Open one up. There.
Can I make either a history or a religion check to see if I know anything about any mention of a blue bear?
Okay,
Are all
can you
bears
make
identical?
me Arcana, please?
Arcana. Okay.
Are the bears all identical?
Yes.
4.
Okay.
Well, no shit.
I mean, it's a stuffed bear.
It is in fact a bear.
Those black buttons for eyes.
Maybe some old civilization used them as like magical fetishes or something, but you really don't remember anything more
Right.
specific than that.
Maybe they're a sign of some magical materials like blueberries.
That would be terrible.
It sounds exactly like something I would do, though.
He is a clown, though, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
Say as I'm drinking blueberry power.
are the bears dressed or are they naked bears?
No, they're naked bears, just like you.
So they're bears.
Yes.
For God's sake.
Everybody, perception, please.
All right. Oh shit.
70.
20.
15.
Yeah, that's gonna be 7.
22.
The three of you notice somebody staring at Ragdal from across the street. He is short, very pudgy, and has beady eyes, and there is a look of pure hatred in his expression.
Do you know that guy?
No.
As you say that, he makes a little grimace on his face, and he wobbles backward into it, and you lose sight of him.
I'm just going to notify the embassy that my life may be in danger.
I'm going to head over to where he was and
Yes.
go see if
Yeah, was I one of the ones that saw him too, or?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
He had the symbol of the... Oh, which guild was it?
Did he
Not
look like a
guild
dwarf?
house. It was one of the 3 houses. He was not a dwarf.
Small.
He was very bald.
the coin, the sickle.
It was the sickle. That was what he had on him. Of the House of Cultivation. That was the one.
A bald dwarf is just a gnome.
Mind blown. They were dwarves who ventured a little too close to the radiation.
Okay, so when I get over to where he was, do I see him?
I'm going with him.
Yeah, I'm
No,
gonna head
but
over
you see
there,
a
so-
short fence that he seems to have likely vaulted
Hopped
over
over.
somehow.
Okay.
Do we follow?
You see some
Yeah.
thick boot prints in the mud.
I'll follow.
Okay.
I watch this and I'm like, what is the imp after?
You rolled like a 7. Don't worry about it. Come with us.
Okay.
You're not sure what the druid's going on about, but you assume it's some kind of thing in druidic.
So I ask him to stop just standing in the street and come with us.
Nicassius, are you continuing to go down the back alley?
Yep, I'm going to hop the fence
All right.
and follow the footprints as best I can.
Okay. Can you give me a survival roll, please?
Guidance.
You can add proficiency
Okay.
if you don't already have it.
All right. That's a 19 plus 3 be 22 plus 2 24.
All right. So you stalk this guy's thick prints as they twist and turn through a couple alleys. You come to a wooden ladder affixed to the side of a building, and there are scrapings of mud on this ladder.
Okay. Is everybody caught up with me, or am I?
Were you guys following him into
Yeah,
the dark alley?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I just you went to
since
go.
the rest of my party's he's following after him, I'm like,
Ragdal
I am the
doesn't wanna be
squishy
alone
wizard.
right now.
Okay.
You
There's
all
a lot
bundle
of
into
people
the
after
alley.
you.
That was just barely thick enough for this one guy to squeeze through.
At that point, wouldn't it be bungle into this alley rather than bundle?
Where does the ladder lead up to?
Up to the top of a fairly short mud and log building.
Does it go up to a door, a window, or just to
Just
the
to the
roof?
lip of the roof. It's a flat top roof.
I'm gonna climb up.
You're going first?
You're bounding
Why
over
not?
the
It's
rope. All right.
Okay.
So what will our marching order be?
I guess I'll be behind Crypt then.
I was behind him.
I'll take up the rear because very much injured.
I'll stay up near the front, I
You're going
suppose.
so
Okay. You want to
Instead of
push in
heavy
front
armor.
of
Don't you have little
Breaker?
crypt guys?
Sure.
I didn't
Okay.
decide that yet.
Okay.
I forgot that one entirely. And he doesn't have a base yet.
I'll just tuck my sack behind me and tell whoever's behind me, just watch my back, please.
Which one are you?
The
Uh,
dwarf.
The one that pushed up past you.
The two
Okay.
swords.
So you're now behind Ragdal.
You think you're safe from the clown in the middle? Okay.
Have you read like any clown lore?
I have not.
Well-
I don't think Breaker can read.
That's a good point. So, at the top of this building is, well, the top of a building.
Imagine that. That's crazy.
Yeah, I thought this would be like a plane to another whole dimension, you know?
With other buildings around.
I mean, stranger things
What
have
if we got to
happened.
the top of one building and it was actually the top of another building?
Ooh.
What if you got to top of building, but building said, your princess is in another building?
What if you get to the top of
Yes,
the building and
much
it was
better.
actually a basement?
Oh my.
We are entering non-Euclidean space.
For the number of things that have already happened to us,
All
in
of those
time
things
and
have
space,
happened.
I would believe almost anything at this point.
So there is a pile of skins on the top of this roof here, drying in the sun, smelling terrible.
Would I be able to identify these skins?
They are sheepskins, right? Which seems a little odd for the middle of the forest. You've not seen a single sheep in months, but as you do, I mean you're all kind of bundled on top of here. There are other buildings around. They are a little bit higher than this building.
Quick question.
Yes.
What is the quality of the roof that we're standing on?
There are a lot of us up here now.
There are.
Can you
Hey, one of us is
give
very
me
lucky.
a intelligence roll, please?
Uh,
Straight
that-
intelligence.
That's going to be 9.
You don't even give it a second thought.
13.
Your buildings are not your expertise.
No, they are not.
This is just the ground, but in the sky.
I'm not even gonna add my. That's a 3 natural.
Crypt, please think of something. For
It's
God's
not made
sake.
of metal, is the
Alright, what
problem.
was
Yeah,
their
it's
intelligence
like
roll?
yours.
Intelligence.
16.
All right. I mean, this roof was designed for people to stand on.
There's a ladder.
You may not want to have everybody up here at the same time for a terribly long period of time.
Everybody think light.
Do the muddy footprints continue across the roof, or do we lose track
There
of the
is
footprints there?
just so much dirt and debris on top of here, you can't tell.
And the surrounding buildings, are they taller? Or
They are
shorter?
taller, and you cannot see over the lips of
Okay.
them.
How
so
much taller?
I don't know, 5 or so feet on average.
Alright. Can you follow the footprints anymore?
No, he just said they disappear into the...
What is this addition on the back of this building?
That is it is a little addition that you could hop down off of.
Okay, so it's not level.
No.
Okay, we're up here now.
Yeah.
A sound comes from this building to the south.
Hark!
What
There's a
kind of
sound.
sound?
The sound of eager scraping.
do
Oh,
I know that as skinning?
Not so much. Bigger scraping, larger scale.
Oh.
I'm gonna just waddle over here and
Yep.
look through the pile to see if there's anything in the pile besides skins.
All
I'm
right.
gonna hang toward the edge of the roof so it doesn't cave in.
Okay. Investigation roll, please.
13.
All right. While Breaker's Assassin's Creeding on the edge of the building right here. You poke through the pile of decaying skins, and you find a bunch of bundles, about 2 feet-ish long, pretty thin, wrapped in oilcloth. You find 6 of these.
6 bundles of...
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Did it sound like it was coming from inside the building or up on the roof?
Up top.
Up top. Yeah.
Well, these are not the man we were chasing, so I'm just going to put them back.
Unless...
Would it be possible to climb up the side of the building?
You are not a tabaxi anymore.
I know, but I'm small.
So it'll
And I'm pretty
take
good.
half your
Can
movement.
we toss?
Is
Can we
that
toss
right?
the midget up there?
Well, you have to get across to there first.
Well, yes, you got to do a combination of a long jump and I think it takes a double your height. Double speed to go up high. I forget how that works. I'm sure this DM screen has stuff for that.
I think
Long
climbing
jump.
takes twice as much.
Can we make a crypt-sized slingshot out of sheepskin?
Why are we always trying to throw Crypt?
Because
it's
he's very
fun.
small.
So you got to move 10 feet at least either way, which won't be an issue.
Yeah.
Then jump a number of feet up to your strength score when you make a standing long jump leap, only half. So your total high jump could be 3 feet plus your strength modifier. What's your strength modifier?
0.
So you cannot jump up there.
Alright, yeah.
Somebody could potentially throw you.
Man, I have a thing that could triple your jump distance. We just need to spend the
Is
night
there
up here.
anything on the side of that building that you could jump and grab onto?
There are
Yeah, it just-
logs.
Yeah, you can just jump onto the side and then climb the rest
You
of the
think
way.
would be pretty difficult as you are not a cat. You're not sure why you were thinking of yourself as a cat, but as you do.
Maybe you were a cat at one point because you were a familiar.
So
Maybe.
if you want
I
to
have
do the
memories
jump,
of cat.
then you can give me an athletics roll to climb up the rest
Become like
of the
an
way.
anaconda, and you could walk across me.
Maybe if
I like
somebody
that
gives you
idea.
guidance, you could possibly do it.
Yeah.
Or he
I
could fall
intend to
to
give
his
guidance
death
to whoever does the
immediately.
skill check.
It's not that high up.
How high up are we on the top of this roof?
About 10 feet.
Okay.
Oh, okay, that's not high.
Well, yeah. You've fallen from greater heights.
Jump
What
from greater heights.
if I stand
Yeah,
at
you
the
have a
edge of
3
my
HP.
shield above me so that breaker can jump off of my shield?
How about we set him on the
that could
shield,
work.
and
I'm
one
about 5
person
feet tall.
holds one side, and the other person holds the other side, and we'll just fling him.
Yep, you could also do that. I feel like there's a less risky way to
But
do
that's
that
not as
here.
A
fun.
5-foot boost.
Have you already used all of your...
Wild shapes? And I haven't used any.
Turn into a living spring.
You didn't use any when we were down in the crypt?
No.
Okay.
The comet is coiled up.
Well, what if you turned into
One of the
something
beds
small?
from
We
which
could
I
toss
was
you
gonna-
onto the roof.
Yeah, but Crypt's the one that wanted to be over there.
Hear me out. We toss you over onto the roof. You can come back, and we can throw a rope over to you.
Well, if you turn to a
Find
good
something
sized
to fasten the rope off, and then we could.
While they're talking about that,
Uh-huh.
I'm going to examine those bundles.
Does anybody
Alright.
have a grappling hook?
Are you going to open them?
No, I do
I'm
not.
going to first,
I have a candlestick.
as they're
Tie
arguing
around
for the
to.
past few minutes, I'm going to cast detect magic. Hey,
Okay. There's no magic about these.
all right. Open up one of them.
They are mass-produced short swords with their
Oh.
edges covered in some kind of oil.
Oh,
Not the whole blade, just the edges.
I pat Ragdal on the back. Hey, friend, check these out.
We're not thieves, Rortrin.
I know, but at the same time, do you think it's kind of odd that you have short swords on top of a roof?
You laugh at the quality of these short swords. They're like stamped metal.
Stamped metal in a fantasy universe?
Uh-huh. It's advanced machinery.
Mass produced.
We're not thieves. Let me just take this stolen candlestick and make a box for these stolen rocks.
Receiving stolen goods is a crime.
Not much we do is not a crime.
It's different because this is a holy crusade for the emerald.
Okay then.
These
Says the
stones
guy
are
who saw a
assigned.
clown.
Well, I'm gonna wrap it back up, and I'm gonna
Okay.
put it back, and make a mental note of that. That I followed the guy with a sickle, crest up to here, where there happens to be a bunch of short swords. There's just hanging around here. Here.
Rortrin will remember this. Have the rest of you figured out how you're going to do this? We still have a dwarf offering to beat a ladder.
Shouldn't somebody slightly taller do that? I mean, no offense.
I mean, I'm stocky and strong, and that'll give a 5 foot
Yeah, but
boost.
if the lip of the roof across the way is only 5 feet in the air, if Crypt stands on top of the shield, first off, Crypt should be able to see what's going on the roof.
Yeah.
And then it would
yeah.
just be a jump. He would only have to go up like a foot
Yeah, I could probably
Well,
not
I-
even have to
to
go
reach
up
there.
there.
In
Have at
total,
Okay.
I mean, I'm 4'7", so like plus my arms up in the air with the shield
Yeah.
on top of that. I'm imagining at
It
least
would-
5 feet of.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say it's about 6 feet because arms up in
Right.
the air.
I think so.
I mean, but
And-
I'm not bracing up on top of my
Now, is that other roof a flat roof or is it peaked?
They seem to all be flat roofs
Flat
in this
roofs.
section
Okay.
here. And you're a
Alright.
small creature, is that correct, Crypt? Okay.
Yeah, I'm like
so you'll be
3
able to
feet.
you'll be able to get up there without much problem.
Pretty light.
So you hop on top of the shield. You slowly rise through the air, and you see
Probably the
view from the other roof is
demon
great.
just pops up.
My shield just glows slightly, and you get guidance.
nice.
Fist
There are
bump
people on all 3 of these roofs who look surprised to see you.
In floating.
They are.
Just this creepy little head slowly rises up.
They've summoned a demon. It is rising from hell to torment us.
They all jump off the roof immediately.
1, 2.
Crypt, are they being represented by dice? There might be a problem. Oh my.
There are 6 of them. There's the fat one. The fat, bald one, who is right here on the building that you were specifically looking at. And he is in the process, it looks like, of throttling a dwarf who is dressed like identical to you, Ragdal. The dwarf doesn't look anything like you. To everybody else, the dwarf looks exactly like Ragdal. But he's wearing your uniform. But the corpulent one is like throttling this guy and muttering something to him in his ear. This one is now pointing at Crypt and gagging, clearly trying to communicate. The others here, one of them has a ballista set up.
Oh.
And,
Goody.
well, I say one of them. 2 of them essentially have a ballista set up with their manning that they seem to be securing to the roof of the building. And these 2 back here have buckets of stuff that they're doing something with.
Quick question. Have
Yes.
we taken a short rest since we've left the mansion?
I assume that you would have taken short rest, yeah.
Oh, thank God.
So do whatever short rest prep you need to do right now.
Yeah.
Are you rolling? Do you have a medicine kit that you're using?
No.
Do you relay?
Oh, wait, I do have a
information
medicine
to us?
kit.
Well, good. Make sure to take a charge after your
Yep.
medicine
You
kit.
tell us what you see.
I think I have 3 charges from that. Double check that.
Last I knew
Probably.
you had 3 left when I went to try to buy the medicine kit and couldn't
Sounds
because I
right.
didn't have the right.
Yeah, I definitely have 2 left now.
Okay. You got the additional one from the gnome, right?
Yeah, well, no, I got the medicine kit from the gnome. I had 3 charges on
Yep.
it. And I've totally expended 1 charge now.
Gotcha.
Ragdoll, how are you here and up on the other roof?
What do you
see.
mean? That is not me.
How do we know which one's the real Ragdoll?
Well, only Crypt
I found
can see
Ragdoll.
this.
Oh, well, does Crypt describe what he
Yeah.
is seeing?
That's a ragdoll.
Crypt has about 3 seconds. Everybody roll me initiative, please.
Okay.
And I need paper. I will be back in the room.
Oh, sweet.
That's not a bad roll.
May I have a pencil, Dante?
Yes, you may.
Thank you.
Oh, gonna need you. One of those as well. I'm at 3 HP. Oh, that's right.
Resting right there.
Healing.
Thank you kindly.
I don't have a healing cantrip now.
I do.
Okay.
Oh, no, I have healing spells, not cantrips. Yeah.
Alright, well, that's fine.
Hope you all enjoyed this wonderful
If you are
ASMR
indeed
of
Ragdoll.
cellophane.
Then ASMR coming next week. Only to YouTube, I suppose. Oh, well, it will make you all happy to know that my first roll of the day was a 1.
Net 20.
One moment.
So you're half dead and you're perched up on a shield? That
And the next was a 2.
Fantastic.
And that was the Ballista Boys.
HP out of 15.
Oh,
I'm
good.
gonna die. I mean, I could just use a spell on myself.
Use a spell on yourself. I don't
Yeah.
have anything for you.
I may very well. Anyways, there's.
Can you heal Crypt at all?
What class are you?
Dante.
That was a 18.
I don't know.
I'll,
Nice.
I'll just use a spell on myself. I don't have any useful spells anymore.
Crypt, don't forget that when you do the short rest, you have that song that you can play to,
I do?
yep,
Was that a total 20?
No.
to enhance your,
What was
if
your
you're
total?
using hit dice.
22.
Nice.
If you're not using hit dice, it won't matter.
He's perched up on top of the shield playing a bagpipe right now.
16.
16. Excellent.
D8. Where did I put my D8? There's my D8. Nice.
Jordan.
15.
Alright.
Yes,
And Crypt.
you
24.
can.
Nice.
And
Question: did you give Crypt
But it has to
plus
be with
one
the medicine
mace?
kit.
I
Yeah,
mean, no,
Crypt still has the
Yeah, I have the
mace.
mace.
Okay.
I don't have a medicine kit.
Okay.
Alright,
then-
nobody has surprise. And you know what, Crypt? You can. Everybody else can be surprised. You can have a turn.
Okay.
So technically, you're going to have 2 turns in a row. What do you do? As of yet, you have not communicated with anybody.
Okay.
Thank God it's not the bird. What the hell sort of pantomime would have to go on the shield for that?
Let's see. Okay.
Fusion dance with yourself.
Isn't that illegal in most states?
So,
I
so
don't really
you're
have.
going to have
especially
to
in
communicate
public?
to us what's going on,
Yes.
presumably.
Yeah. We've got 6 guys and one of them's Ragdal.
No.
We might die.
Brilliant isn't here. You only have 5 guys, and one of them's Ragdoll.
What?
Don't worry about it.
No.
Anyway,
What?
Alright.
ignore me.
I think he said he's taking us all to 5 guys.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Sounds like
Sounds
a
good.
good idea.
Sorry guys, don't kill us here. We're
So
gonna
that
go
one
eat.
building
No, there are
that
7
we were
up
trying
there.
to get up to, is that...
No, that's
Oh, that's a thing. Okay.
Yes.
No, the other one there, is that 2 bad guys and the dwarf being throttled, or the little fat pudgy guy and the guy being throttled?
Pudgy guy throttled.
Okay.
2 guys. 2 guys.
Okay.
yeah.
And the other guys are all nondescript thug-looking dudes.
Well,
So
clearly you need to save Ragdoll.
I can't really do much at the
Upon
moment.
whom you are standing.
could you
Yes.
jump too?
This has got to be confusing. Yeah, jump over there with your 3 hit points.
Yeah. I know I'm up to 10.
Oh, fantastic.
Uh,
You can
where
afford
exactly are we currently?
You're probably about where I'm
So
standing.
you...
Probably the 2 of us over here.
There we go. Something approximately like that.
Okay. So am I?
Crypt is just planking here.
What if, like,
It is
Oh,
laid
those
out.
works.
They saw me.
Crypt to stand on top of?
with that stuff.
No,
Well,
it's
I'm not
gonna
gonna be
work
there
at
for
all.
long.
Oh well.
Can I jump over there now that I'm higher up?
Yes.
Okay, so
You're
I'm
about
gonna,
level
I'm
with
gonna
the
do that.
Dun, 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 dun. Which one are you jumping to?
That one over there.
All right. Whee! You're in melee with the pudgy dude.
Okay.
Swords or mace?
Yeah, I'll use my mace. Why not?
It's still got ghost butt all over it.
It does.
Unless you cleaned it.
Ectoplasma.
It glows in the dark.
Rectoplasma.
I did not bother to write down what my attack bonuses for this.
It will be strength plus proficiency plus
Okay.
1.
Alrighty. So. 13.
That is not hit.
Alright.
But you get 2 turns, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Jeez.
He looks surprised that you jump in front of him and then miss. He's like, okay.
Does he stop strangling Ragdoll?
Yes, he does. You saved Ragdoll. Congratulations.
Yay!
Ragdoll looks very pleased from the other roof.
Ragdoll can't see what's going on.
You hear the sound of somebody missing with a mace. It's the sound every dwarf knows.
Yes, indeed.
Crypt just jumped over there and for some reason yelled, Ragdoll, no!
I'm gonna. Then I took one swing and then I'm gonna go back around with
Alright.
another. Wow. Nope.
Is that a nat 1?
No, that's a 9.
Okay.
Thank God.
You miss again.
You just hit Ragdal in the face. I have a
For some reason, your HP goes down. Alright, Breaker.
Oh gosh.
The imp is gone.
And you can't see anybody? Well,
I can't see anything of what's going on. Crypt just disappeared onto the other roof.
Anyone else want to jump? I'm just still my shield up.
So can I make
Ragdal is
just
here for your
a
convenience.
running leap and jump on the shield and bounce?
Can you
over
give
the
me
roof?
an athletics roll? Because I think you would actually, not necessarily have the best chance to just do that gracefully.
4.
You slip and fall on your face.
on the shield? onto the
You
other
kind of
roof?
slide off the shield. You're not going to take any damage, but you go prone. You can use hyper movement to stand up if you want.
I'd like to.
Okay. You can use hyper movement to stand up. Would you like to carefully get on top of the shield and jump?
Okay. I was gonna be super dramatic and just like run and leap and
And you
it was
slipped.
gonna be awesome.
You're covered in water. Everywhere is slippery to you.
You're a very debt boy. Oh.
Nat 20.
Were you doing anything or were you just rolling?
What?
What? Were
No, you said I could try again.
Yeah, I was gonna make you roll for that one. But okay, so you
Well, I
you
did.
leap on top and you do like an inverted dive. You just like squat down on the shield and spring upward in a graceful arc.
Ragdal's knees buckle.
Do you
slightly.
belly flop onto the...
The corpulent guy watches in surprise as another guy jumps down right beside
Animals.
his assailant.
Yeah.
Can I come down upon him as an animal?
Does that take a bonus action or a full action to transform?
Bonus action?
Okay, then you may. So you're gonna,
I did roll a 20. I mean,
yeah, make me an attack roll,
As a...
a natural
As-
attack roll.
14.
You
Plus.
hit him.
Shoot, I haven't used the bear in a while.
I feel like
The bear comes catapulting through the.
I think the gracefulness of this
Goddamn
move is made
drop bears.
funny by the fact that she slipped. Don't before slip and then does this amazing move right after.
So
How
I
heavy
jump
is
on him
that
and
bear?
just bite at his
Okay.
head. 5.
Okay. How heavy is the bear?
It's a brown bear. I mean, they're huge.
I would say
Are
about
they?
500 pounds.
Does it say in here? I don't
No,
think
it
it does.
doesn't.
It's a
All right.
large beast, so
I need somebody to roll me D100.
Do.
George, can you do that for me, please?
Oh.
Sorry, Mr. Dante.
denied.
31.
The bear crashes through the roof, taking the fatso with him.
And does it take also
Crypt
You will
is
both
right
take
next to him.
15 feet of falling damage.
Crypt as well?
Well, I was
Can you
right
make me an
next to him.
acrobatics roll?
What about not Ragdoll?
7.
Not Ragdall's also going to make an acrobatics. Really should have been dexterity saving throw, but whatever. He makes it. He clings onto the edge. You go falling down, Mr. Crypt. And falling is... I have it written down here, I think.
Rortrin's just going to be like, we're going to get thrown
Is it
out of
D6
this
damage
city
per-
soon
This
enough.
is from Crypt.
That one
No,
is Breaker.
Oh, Breaker.
Is it a D6 for 10 feet?
It's either D6 or D4.
I believe it's a D6. We're going with the D6. So,
Do you roll
we're
that
going to
or
do
do I?
2 D6 and a D4
Oh, goodness.
For each of us?
for the 15 feet. I'm going to roll once. It's going to apply to...
It's
everyone.
1d6 for every 10 feet.
Okay. And it was...
Can Crypt land on me? I'm very cushy.
Crypt rolled pretty low on his...
Oh, darn.
Yeah.
So no. So that is going to be 10 falling damage that you each take.
Ow.
Including this guy.
I just hit myself already then.
Thump, 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 thump.
You're
You
down.
hear a crashing
Oh,
sound,
for
everybody
Pete's
down below. That was preceded by the sound of bear. Rortrin, what do you do?
Can I see any of our assailants on top of the roofs?
You cannot. You do see a puff of dust rising from the building that the bear just jumped onto. You don't see the bear.
Rortrin's just going to look at Nicassius and say, we're going to get thrown out of this city tonight, aren't we?
Probably.
Yeah, drop bears. It's
Drop
always
brown
drop
bears.
bears.
Did the guy whose head I bit make it?
He's not completely dead. He's very bloody.
I mean, I landed on him
You know what you did?
from a height.
I'm gonna make him. He's dead.
Okay.
Damn.
The bear kills again.
That dude looked at us funny, so we killed him.
It was
The bear has been
Ragdal.
landing on and stepping on a lot of people lately.
The bear
Purely by accident.
he learned how to turn into a bear like yesterday, so he doesn't quite have the hang of it.
There will soon be an urban legend of this town of the trample bear.
With bear powers comes bear responsibility.
Just barely though. The important thing is we saved Ragdal.
What are you doing, Rortrin?
I'm just going to sit
We're
back
Ragdoll.
and just watch this, and I'm going to be like, if they don't come out within like 10 seconds, I'm going to have to go into that building, aren't I?
Is your trigger for prepared action if they don't come within 10 seconds, you're going to jump on his shields onto the top of the roof?
No, I'm going
Okay.
to climb down on the ladder.
Okay.
I'm not going to be risking my life and limb on the.
Despite all the crashing, he's still holding his shield up in case anybody else wants to spring over.
So basically, I'm just going to hang out there, and I'm going to be like, okay, let's see where this goes.
Did I rate Rortrin for Ragdal? I think I did. Ragdal, did you get 18 or 15?
I got an 18.
15.
Okay, so at the... That should be a Ragdal. You are different
There are
people.
so
after
many
all.
Ragdolls here.
So, at the end of Ragdal's turn, if they haven't come out yet, you'll dismount the building.
Yeah.
Nicassius,
Okay.
what do you do?
I guess for lack of anything better to do, I'm going to run over,
Jump on the shield.
climb up on the shield,
Alright.
look over at the building that we just heard the crashing noise from. Is there enough roof left for me to land on?
Yes.
Okay.
You'll need to make me an acrobatics, though.
Okay. Well, I'm going to jump
Ragdall's
onto the
pretty strong.
and non-Ragdoll is still on the roof, or is he?
Yeah, he's climbing back
hanging?
up by
He's
this point.
Climbing back up.
He's
Okay.
breathing heavily and looking down in
And
terror.
before you roll, I'm going to make your roll a 13. Aim with my portent, so you're actually able to make it.
He invokes the winds of change. What's your total roll?
Well, that would be 16 then.
Okay, you make it.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Wizard powers push you through the air.
So there's a big hole in the roof.
Historically, it's been a very
The other
dangerous-
guy
There's a
is
bear-shaped hole in the
down.
roof, yes.
What are the two guys with the ballista up to?
They have their ballista pointed at you.
Which one
Goody.
is you, by the way?
Oh,
The
yeah.
big one.
The big one. Okay, so I'm going.
They have it loaded. They're clearly
Well,
preparing
this
to
is, yeah,
fire.
this is not going to be a good scene. Whichever one of them looks like he's about to fire it, I'm going to throw a dagger
All right, attack
at him.
rolls.
So. Oh, goody. A 1.
Natural one.
Yay.
Is it a natural one, George?
Oh, of course it is. Actually, I've got that lucky feat. Can I replace
Yes,
that then?
absolutely.
Wonderful.
That's what it's for.
It didn't help matters. I got a 3 that time, so that would be an 8.
Well,
that
at least
helps
it ain't going to
immensely.
get
It wasn't a
back in
nat
your
one.
neck, into your
If
leg.
you
You've
kept
seen
that
Taylor's
nat one.
ones.
I've seen Taylor's ones.
If it had been a 1, then not Ragdoll would have stabbed you in the ankle and you would have potentially fallen down the hole. But you didn't, so you just send
Okay.
the dagger careening into the void.
Now
It's the
you're-
first time I've tried throwing a dagger the whole campaign.
Would you like to try anything else?
There's nothing to hide behind up there?
No. Definitely not.
Definitely not.
Except for the hole.
and Ragdoll.
Well, Ragdoll's
Not Ragdoll.
climbing his way back up.
Not Ragdoll.
Not Ragdoll. Ah.
Who, as far as you know, is Ragdoll.
Well,
You're
if
pretty
I,
sure it's not Ragdoll.
if I can, I'm going
One
to
of
help
us is really
Ragdoll
climbing.
back up to the roof. There. Not Ragdoll.
I'm sorry, what?
If I can, I'm going to try and help not Ragdoll back onto the roof there.
Alright, can you give me
Can
an
I kneel
athletics
down
roll,
and
please?
help pull him up? Athletics, so goody. 7.
Okay, he's too heavy.
He's too heavy. Okay, well that's where we're going to end with
But
me
it's still not
crouching
that
next to the hole trying to help him up.
Okay, Ragdoll.
Real
Um,
Ragdoll.
I can't see,
First
or
round.
I hear a lot of crashing and banging.
You hear a
There's
sound of a dagger going into the foot. Also a familiar sound to dwarves.
indeed.
Goblins like daggers.
We have very sharp
and they're
hearing.
not very good shots.
Little known fact: we have very sharp hearing when it comes to missing things. Only that. Just very familiar with that.
When you play darts in the dark for like hundreds of years, you get really good at it.
Indeed. So I'm just going to stand there and brace myself in case Rortrin would like to jump.
All right.
Rortrin probably would say, you can put him down. I am not jumping.
I just keep gesturing to the shield. Come on, jump.
Everybody else did it. Everybody else jumped onto a bridge. Won't you?
Well then, for lack of any
And you
other
may
options,
not jump on your own shield.
right. So for lack of any other options,
Let's see.
I will just wait for the moment.
All right.
I will hold an action
Okay.
of Sacred Flame in case any heads poke up around the edges here.
All right. So you now skedaddle down the ladder.
Yeah, I go the same way that I went because the ladder's this way on the right?
The ladder's right here.
Okay. Gonna pop down there and then
Use 15 feet of movement to get down.
Scootaloo over to that building. I need to check and see how it's going over there.
You get there.
Yeah, let me heal.
All right. You see the building.
Is there a door?
Not on this wall.
Well, dash around
Alright.
the building, try to find one.
Do you see a door here?
Oh, good. Next turn, I'll pop in.
Well, there's a scared-looking woman running out of it.
I can't
Again.
imagine why.
She is covered in blood, but doesn't seem to be injured.
Breaker.
Breaker, did you murder the innocents again?
Just a little
I don't
bit.
know.
That's Breaker. Da, 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 da.
Did I do that?
Lovely.
Sure, we talked about
It is the Bucket Boys' turn. The Bucket Boys are going to come to the edge here.
It's an excellent name.
They seem to have come to an agreement, and they're going to... You do see them, so would you rather attack the tall one or the short one?
Well, I guess an amendment to that statement, if they're
Yeah.
hostile, like if they're...
They're looking at you meanly.
Okay.
And they have buckets that they're holding aggressively.
That's enough for
I
me.
suppose the short one.
All right, he is probably less dexterous, being a
Yes.
squatter. So he's going to make a dexterity saving throw.
Mhm.
And that was cocked. Does an 11 pass?
It does not.
All right, so he is going to take... How much radiant damage?
1d8.
All right.
6 radiant damage.
Oh, nice. That one screams and drops his bucket. The other one is going to try to douse you with the contents of his bucket, which are filled with blood.
Oh, good. I'm
It's a
rather
little
far away
far.
from you,
all,
doesn't
he's
Yes.
on the other side of the building.
He's going to try to throw the bucket at you.
He's 25 feet away. How
A
far can you
bucket
lob
full
a
of-
bucket?
He's going to be at disadvantage.
If you turn it this way, you could lob it quite a distance.
Does a 12 hit?
No.
The bucket lands by you and blood seeps on the ground.
Nice. Now we have a bucket.
Yay!
The both of them drop to their
I
bellies and
can make a
disappear from
bucket out of
sight.
literally anything.
But
You can make a bucket out of bucket.
I have not.
You can make a bucket out of blood.
Whoa.
You can make
There
swords
is
out of blood.
There is iron and blood, so I could do it.
So iron in the blood.
Take the bucket
iron in
just
the
to make
blood.
another bucket.
The ballista boys are going to take their turn,
You can
and
make
they're
a
going
bucket out
to
of the blood.
try to
They have a
murder
tiny bucket.
Nicassius.
Take the bucket, make 2 buckets.
Excellent.
You can make 2 smaller buckets.
Okay.
Buckets
Russian
for everyone.
nesting
Once per day.
A gyroscope of buckets.
Just keep going in each bucket until you get just very small buckets.
Well, they had advantage because they were working together. One of them rolled a 3, one of them rolled a 4.
Wow.
So the ballista slams down through the roof beside you. And you're like, is that it?
The
Not a
ballista
good.
boys.
It's not a good day for this
The roof
neighborhood.
crumbles a little bit more. Acrobatics, please.
Okay. Me?
No.
Oh.
Just him.
Nicassius.
Just the guy on the roof.
Let's see. 5.
Okay. And other Ragdal also gets a 5. So both of you are going to fall down through the completely demolished roof.
Are they gonna
You're
land
both
on
going
me?
to take 2d6 plus 4 falling damage.
Are they landing on a nice soft bear?
One moment. Yes.
Fantastic.
A 98 says you did, in fact, land on the soft bear. You're only going to take 1 falling damage.
Do I
Wait,
take
so
anything from
wait
them by
on me.
both landing on me?
Well, only he fell on you, so
Okay.
you're going to take the other part of his falling damage,
Beautiful.
which is going to be 8. You can spare it. It's your effectively temporary HP.
You can bear it.
Thank you.
The other ragdoll splats on the ground. Dead.
Ragdoll!
Poor other ragdoll.
I just hear people shouting Ragdal.
So now you're alone on the roof.
Confused.
A little blood trickles out.
Now
of the
we'll never
doorway.
know which one was the real Ragdoll.
It's open, I take it, because
Could have
Yes.
an imposter.
The
Just
moment
hear
you run
more
out of it.
crashing through the building.
And that guy's dead, so it is Crypt's turn. These guys are doing a pretty good job murdering themselves.
What are you doing,
without you guys
Crypt?
having to do
I'm
much.
down.
Oh, I
So
did.
Death saving throw.
Yep.
Was that a success?
Failure.
Oh! Breaker.
Do you have anything you can... Now that you're
I'm
here.
a thief. I'm
I
not.
don't
Let me
know what
heal
you
you with
have.
my knives.
Eric is the other campaign. I could help you a lot in the other one. I can't help
Has
you here.
the dust and debris settled enough for me to see what kind of building we're in?
Well, there's a lot of chaos.
As
Can you give me a perception roll, please?
where is that?
Bear perception activate.
Well, would that be using the bear's wisdom?
Yes.
Okay. 17.
Okay. You're in a small abode.
A small abode.
There's a small bed that lies crushed beneath you. There's pottery scattered around. There's a fireplace with scattered embers everywhere. In fact, some of your fur is smoking. Your fur is damp, so it's not going to catch on fire, but
I smell lovely.
yes, there is a table that's been tipped over, and Ragdoll lies dead on top of it. His neck broke because his head fell off the edge of the table, and his body fell on the table.
Oh.
I'm crying big bear tears for
They're
Ragdoll.
like crocodile tears, but more furry.
And then more big bear tears for Crypt.
Crypt is drowning in Ragdoll's blood at the moment.
Are there any people around?
Not living ones.
Are there any people?
There is one
me.
civilian man who lies dead
Oh,
on the
great.
ground.
I'm the
Underneath
only
the
living
fat one.
soul in there, apparently,
God.
with you.
What are you gonna do? Oh yeah, and also Nicassius is here too.
On my back.
Yes.
Well, I'm going to look up at
He twisted his
Nicassius
foot.
as if to say, can you do anything for Crypt and or Ragdoll? You're
He's
just
not
gonna
a
go
grave
palms
digger.
up?
No, I'm
Well, I'm going to
thieving. I'm not healing.
take
You
Crypt in...
probably see
Don't
my
you
head
have
poking through
spells?
the door.
I don't have healing spells.
And to make matters worse, Rortrin's here now too.
Look at this. Do you see healing spells? I don't
Wow.
have
the only
there.
one
I
with
can't
healing?
Rip Rortrin.
do spells anyway.
He is going to die, poor boy.
Alright, so I'm going to take Crypt in my mouth and
Okay.
Oh,
take him out the door.
You stop him from drowning.
carry it like
Yes.
a small kitten.
Like a kitten.
Rortrin, they emerge safely.
I look at Crypt and I'm like,
Well, more or less safely.
yeah. I looked at Crypt and I say, give me like 5 seconds and I can help him.
So I look pleadingly at Rortrin and drop Crypt at his feet.
I expend
And then go back
one of
for
the uses
Ragdoll.
of the healing kit on
Alright.
Stabilizing.
How
Hey,
long
Crypt.
do you think that takes? I think it'd take like 10 minutes.
I thought it was an action. And
It was a short
Was it?
rest, I believe. Oh, I don't know about normally. We were using them as a short
Gotcha.
rest.
Yeah, I don't know what the standard operating procedure is.
okay,
You guys are still in combat.
Okay.
Let me see. Of course.
In action, you can expend one use to stabilize
Gotcha.
a creature that has
Yeah.
use.
Then yes.
all right. So
Unfortunately, stabilize does not mean you're up. It just means you're at 0 HP.
Yeah.
yeah,
You're
at
not
least
dying
you're not
anymore.
going
But you
to
don't
die.
have to do the saving throws anymore, right?
Okay.
So while they're doing that, I'm going to search the 2 corpses real quick
All right.
before I leave the building.
Okay. So
You just fell through a ceiling. That's your first thing. So yeah,
He's
I
acting on
This
instinct
guy
alone.
was eyeballing him. I want to know
went,
who he
I
is.
went back for Ragdoll, but my bear senses
And I'm
could tell
hoping
by
he's got
smell
some
that-
sort of certificate that's not got his name on it that we can use so we can trade with the sickle people.
Investigation, please.
You just almost died.
17.
All
Right
right.
going through corpses.
11 pieces of gold and 4 pieces of silver in the
Ooh.
fat one's pockets.
Ooh.
A effectively guild identification slip that
Okay.
lists him as a overseer in the House of Cultivation. His name was Grimshed.
Identity theft.
And he was wearing a little iron ring on his pinky.
So essentially, he's just going over him. He's going like yoink, yoink, yoink.
Yep.
I am taking everything that's not nailed down off of both of these people. Is there anything on the door?
Yes, on Ragdal's corpse, there is no money, but there is a identification card carved out of wood that has Ragdal's name on it.
Ragdal Emberforge.
Yes.
It was
It does inexplicably say that. And it lists him as a member of the House of Cultivation also. There's nothing else of interest on him.
So once I'm done doing that, I'm going to draw the rapier and head for the great outdoors there.
Alright, you exit, and I'm going to say that probably was the end of your turn.
Has the woman just gone screaming into the night?
Yes, although it's
Well,
the middle of the
day.
day,
Into
but
the middle of the day? It's
No
not,
guards
it's
have
not
come.
as poetic that way.
We're probably in the poorer part of town.
yes, that you are. It is the Bucket Boy's turn.
Everybody left. And I don't know, there's nothing left for them.
Yeah,
You do not-
poor Ragdoll has no idea what the hell's going on.
Oh, I've had buckets of blood thrown at me.
I'm sorry, it is Ragdoll's turn,
Yes.
Okay.
not the Bucket Boys.
Can I still
The
see the
Ragdolls.
bucket boys?
No, they went prone.
Okay.
I mean, there are two people still fiddling with the
I
list.
can't see them either.
Oh, you can't?
No. Well, at least I couldn't last turn.
You
Can I?
cannot see them.
I don't think so.
The better part of Valor is running a water.
Yeah, no, that's one thing now. So,
What is dead cannot die.
how tall is the building?
This building's about 10 feet, these three are about 15 feet.
Okay, I'm just gonna jump down and save my movement.
Alright,
So that's 1d6. I think?
that'll be, 1d6. And that's 6 falling damage.
Oh, that's fine. So I'll take 6 falling damage, and then would you say that's 5 feet of movement, or any more than that?
I'll say it took 5 feet, yeah.
Okay. So then 1, 2, 3, 4, and
You see everybody huddled here, crying
Yes.
about how they knew Ragdoll well.
I will dash and just get
Okay.
right to the group.
You do a Bilbo and come back from the dead among them.
Ragdoll's alive! I say in bear.
I think we should.
Ruh-roh.
I think we should save that technique as our tactical bear strike that could be used in the future.
Where Breaker jumps
That
off
is
his
all.
shield, turns into a bear, and immediately
Yeah.
crashes through the roof.
And that's my turn.
Fast player
Excellent.
special.
It was a special pun delivery.
The Bucket Boys do something, I guess. The Ballista Boys do something, I guess. Crypt. So, you know what? We'll say we're out of combat. The guys do not try to re-engage you.
After what they just witnessed, I wouldn't.
Unless you guys want to try to re-engage them.
No, because they have a ballista, and a ballista will probably kill any of us with
That
one
is the
shot.
idea, yes.
If they ever roll competently, yes.
We have a party
They
member
collectively
down.
roll a 10 or better.
I would suggest that we head on over to the main inn that we occupy, and we convalesce for a little while. We have Crypt come back to consciousness.
Yeah.
Yes, and we figure and we start to put pieces together on why why these individuals were acting the way they were, and why there was an individual that looked like Ragdal that was being hassled.
And
Hassled, you say.
none of those people looked like the one that we followed.
The fat one was definitely the one you followed.
Okay.
The one you landed on.
So,
Squashed.
you are variously covered in blood, dust, and
If we are
blood.
out of combat, can
Yeah.
I just use a healer's kit to heal up?
Yeah.
Oh, I wanted to carry you like a little kitten
So
back
I'll
to the
use
inn.
1 charge of my healer's kit.
And you can roll your hit dice, correct?
Found it. So that was a job
It would
well
be 2 of
done.
them, wouldn't it?
You can roll as many as you wish.
Yeah.
Until you're out of it.
Add your constitution to each.
Yeah.
Or rather, your modifier.
Okay. I think that was it. So it'd be 6.
Okay. You return to consciousness.
Welcome back.
Ragdal uses a thick bandage. He puts it around 2 of your vertebrae and just tightens, and your vertebrae snaps back into place, stops putting pressure on the vein, and your brain is allowed to have oxygen again. So you return.
You have a very tiny light tap with a 4-channel.
Yes. Imps have strange anatomy.
Thank goodness you know it.
So you guys are, not in a great state. Are you planning on just walking through the city like this?
Probably we should have Breaker transform back into normal.
Yeah, I think there's probably people still traumatized by the sight of a bear.
Several throughout this poor part of town, for certain. There's a legend of a.
Are we near the bar that we collectively?
Yes.
Okay.
Very close.
Yeah. No more bear.
So you're
You guys give me-
you're near the rat. Okay.
Can you give me a group stealth roll if you're not just going to saunter?
Yeah,
What you
we're.
doing?
Can I give guidance to myself? Is that possible?
Yes.
Ha!
Oh no.
Yeah.
I'm at disadvantage, right? Because of armor.
Yes.
Natural 1.
Natural
Another
one.
So that counts as 4 failures, I think, right?
Let's see. I got a 21.
25.
So Nicassius just saunters.
So you're gonna. Yes.
My armor got like slightly crinkled.
No,
when I
not
landed.
yours.
It's like creaking
Dante,
with every
thank you.
step I make. Like,
Oh,
the metal
unfortunate.
screeching.
I tried to use blood to lubricate it, but it didn't work terribly well.
So I take it then me and Ragdal do saunter.
Well, you are noticed.
Yeah.
I'm
People-
trying to be stealthy, but my armor is making creaking metal, like screeching noises.
Trying to be stealthy, but my armor's
And you're
dummy
covered in
thick.
blood.
Yes.
Armor's dummy thick.
Yes, it needs to be fixed. So, people are looking at you all very funnily as you return to the inn, but nobody stops you.
Well, were you going to the inn or to the embassy?
Finally, like clowns.
Ragdal. Were you going to the inn or the embassy?
I'll follow you guys for now.
Yeah,
I'll
I think
return to
because
the
we
embassy at some
kind
point.
of need to stay together right this very moment just to figure
So,
out.
your innkeeper does not seem terribly phased at your state. He just asks if you guys want baths.
Yes.
And maybe some discreet laundry service.
Yes.
Ragdoll looks offended, and we'll just purchase a room.
Alright.
How much is a room?
Actually, you can just use mine. 'cause
Oh,
I
okay,
don't
then
do
I'll
it.
just
I
run
don't do anything with it anyways.
He lives in the fancy hotel.
Yes.
Well, I would go to the embassy, but I want to be near the party.
You do have a room here also, didn't you?
Yes.
Yeah. So, alright, those of you who wish for a bath, that'll be an additional 5 copper pieces.
I can spare.
Alright, those of you who wish for discreet laundry service, that's going to be 1 silver.
I require neither.
While they are bathing,
Mm-hmm.
Ragdoll, or whoever's bathing, I don't know who is. While bathing is happening,
Yes.
Ragdoll will fix up his armor. And,
Okay.
And prepare to turn the lead candlestick into 2 separate lead boxes.
You do it without trouble, and you guys can take short rest if you need it.
Okay.
I'm just going to change into the other set of clothing.
Your thiefy clothes. Which are just your unassuming clothes.
No, that's what I was wearing because we went
Okay.
to go deal in the crypt. I'm going
So you're
to
wearing your pompous
go
boy
back
clothes.
into the, wizard's
Yep.
cellar clothing. Because at some point I need to
You
get
are
back
now-
over there.
Of richer visage. You look fancy.
That only
I'm
took
going
1
to-
hit point of damage, so I don't think I'm too terribly.
I'm gonna take just like a dip in the
Grungy.
water trough in the stable. That's how
It is
I
not
roll.
the blood trough.
Yes. I smell a little better though. I smell a
You
little
do.
bit like a little bit less like wet and singed bear.
That is true.
It's a horrible combination.
I'm going to polish the boxes with the cedar oil because it's a well-known dwarf superstition that cedar wards evil. So
Excellent. Crypt, how are you going to react to literally almost dying?
Again.
Yes.
Oh, again? This is the first time.
Really? I thought you've done multiple. Oh wait, no, it was me.
it's taken a lot.
Yeah.
It's taken a lot of damage, but not quite died yet.
You greatly regret
Look at
becoming
it this
mortal.
way: you finally washed off the grimy, watery, whatever
Yeah.
the heck it was from when they dropped you into the pool.
Yeah,
Yes.
true.
Poor Crypt.
Right. I'm going to find Crypt.
All right, you find Crypt.
Okay. I don't have to roll for that. Well,
Roll for Crypt.
I will cast Cure Wounds on Crypt.
Alright.
So that is 1d8.
Dwarf magic activate.
Oh. 6 healing.
Cute.
Where are you at now?
14. I'm good.
Okay, you're pretty top. Okay, then I will cast it on myself. And that is max, so I'm healed.
Huzzah. You reconvene.
Okay, so there was a fat guy that was strangling a dwarf as
He's
I was
dead.
on top of the roof. If I get this correct,
Roof's dead.
Roof is dead.
the roof is gone, and the two individuals are also dead from falling.
Mm-hmm. You
And
just left the corpses there.
From
we-
Tactical Bear Strike, yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
And we have the
Steel ray.
identification of both of them. One of which happens to be identity thief, correct?
Presumably, it has. Yeah, the one ID card has your name on it, Ragdal.
More or less.
More or less.
If he looks just
But I
like
go
you,
Ember for it.
now you can be the identity thief.
This is true.
You could be your
He
own
looks
identity
nothing like me.
thief.
So I'm going to give Ragdal the Ragdal ID card.
Congratulations, you're legal now.
Yeah. The other one
did
I'm
you
going
already
to
have
hang
a
on
matching
to for
ID
right
card?
now,
No, that one says Ember Forge, mine says Fire Forge.
and I will let our favorite squishy lizard take a look at the ring.
And so I will detect magic, like, give me 10 minutes.
Yep. This is a magical ring that gives you a +1 to saving throws against being charmed and similar effects.
Who wants it?
Does it
I
smell
don't-
like cedar?
It does not.
Oh.
It smells like unwashed toenails.
I've already got advantage versus charm from being an elf,
I get
so I don't need
Fey
it.
ancestry as well, so.
Okay.
I swear I didn't do this on purpose. Until 3 seconds ago, that wasn't a magic ring.
Yeah. And I didn't even have to cast Identify on it.
No,
I don't have any use for something like that.
you don't have any.
It's a
use for
pretty
I don't wear
crude
jewelry.
magic item. It is a very common good luck charm. Ironically.
Sure.
You want it, Crypt?
Sure.
Okay.
He earned it. I mean,
Excellent. Well, yes, Crypt gave it his all.
Alright, what was it again? I read.
+1 against being charmed.
+1 saving throw against me.
Yes. Just remember it because I won't. Because that's the way I roll.
Speaking of stuff, what's the charges on the Wand of Death?
Did you get that fully identified?
You told me what it was.
Yes. I think I told you how many charges it had?
No, you didn't.
Okay, it has 3.
Yeah, it's free, and on each expansion, it's 1 charge, correct?
Yes.
All right.
You do not know when the charges come back, though. Right. And you cast Finger of Death with it, as from base level spell in the book. No additional range from it being a wand.
I'll take it, though.
Excellent. That card you have, Ragdal, it does say that you are a member of the House of Cultivation.
This card looks nothing like me.
It looks
It doesn't even have a
exactly
picture
like
of you on it. You spoke truth. The card, in fact, does not look like a dwarf.
How does this prove that I am the dwarf in question?
That's totally your name.
I am Ragdal Fireforge.
How they work.
Is that not what it says?
I mean,
Ember Forge.
In the language of common, with your dwarfish accent, it sounds to them as though you're saying the exact same name.
Of course it does.
As if we didn't think he was mentally unstable already.
Yes.
So somebody has sent out a Ragdoll impersonator.
Who was being strangled?
So so the Ragdoll impersonator is not a very good Ragdoll impersonator.
No.
Have you ever
No.
seen somebody strangle Ragdoll? Because I haven't.
No.
And also, they were setting up an ambush
How
as well.
far away
We're-
from the embassy were we where these guys were?
You were basically in front of it, because you were talking with Ragdoll.
Right, I know that's where we picked up his trail. I wasn't sure how far we traveled following him before we got to...
You took like 3 twists and turns through the back alley. It was like 3 minutes of light jogging.
But now you could pose as the Ragdoll impersonator and find out who sent him.
I am not an identity thief.
I don't think it counts.
Well, considering
I'll
that
report this to the embassy.
well, considering that you're dealing with an identity thief who is stealing your identity, you're not actually committing the crime per se.
But they clearly were looking for, presumably you,
Mhm. This is why the embassy
and ran
needs
into
to
the
know.
fake you. So somebody's crafted up a fake you, and these other people also know about you.
Was anyone wearing clown makeup? Any of the people there?
None of you
I
saw a
didn't see
clown on the
a
roof.
clown. I'm not 100% sure what a clown looks like.
You would know one if you saw one.
I assume I would know
But
one
he
if
was
I
also
saw one.
described to us initially as a tall.
Almost the opposite
Person.
of that corpulent one.
So, however, you're not a member of the Sickle Guild, the
House of
was it?
Cultivation.
House of Cultivation, correct?
No.
So they got that wrong. So he's not a very good impersonator.
No, they got my name wrong. I'm Ragdal Fireforge, not Ragdal Emberforge.
That's the same name.
No, it is not.
That's exactly the same name.
Well, one's a little duller than the other.
You don't know what that means. But you're
I
pretty
just
sure
kind
it's an
of
insult.
tilt my head.
Right, so, we got the identity thief, we got that done, and we know that it's supposed to be associated with the House of Cultivation. But we also have those individuals who had buckets and a ballista, and they look like they were setting up for an ambush.
Buckets of blood.
Buckets of blood. So, ritualists, most likely.
Blood they were
You know
willing,
how rituals carry their
Well-
blood in buckets.
buckets of blood they were willing to just throw at me in like a random attempt to try and injure me in some
There was
way.
also a pile of sheepskin. They probably just drained it from the sheep.
That is true, but
It's a byproduct of getting the sheepskin.
at the same time, you usually don't leave a bundle of short swords underneath sheepskins unless you're like planning like framing somebody.
You also don't normally skin sheep on the roof, so there's a lot of weird stuff going on.
Those short swords were such an insult to short swords in general that they should not even be called such. The quality was too low.
What would you call them, Ragdal?
Lumps of metal.
There we go. Ragdal, do you remember what you were doing like yesterday in game? You made a thing for a dude.
I don't remember.
You
Or
made
you
a
made a
chess
chess
set, weren't you?
set.
Oh yes.
Yes.
You remember who the dude was?
He was a merchant over in. He was one of the few guys over there who didn't have an affiliation with
Yeah.
I believe.
Yeah, Arrakis was his name?
Sounds vaguely right.
I have it right here.
All right.
Here, Arcane.
Acrone. That's
Acrone.
right. So he took your chess set, he brought it to a fancy and elegant dinner party, and he sold it to some nobleman dude. And then he spoke to you about how he thought he could sell more of these.
Right.
Well, maybe, just maybe, the one merchant who seems to be relatively favorable to you might be able to give you some insight on this kind of stuff. Maybe.
Do you have another chess set to deliver anyways?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, man, I would suggest that we head on over there and we get that chess set going after you had that brilliant flash of inspiration there. So.
Ragdal just kind of stared into space for a few seconds and said, "Hey guys, remember..."
It's the fumes. It's the fumes.
No, it's a clearing of the fumes.
You know, the dwarves are like the oracle, who has to breathe in the fumes to receive the wisdom of the gods. It's just them 24/7. That's why dwarves have such high wisdom and stuff.
I like that.
So you guys skedaddle over, and you see
Yeah, ordinarily they can.
a shop that is burned to the ground.
It's absolutely burnt down now.
Yeah, it was in pretty bad shape previously. It is now burned to the ground.
We didn't do this one,
Now, Acrone is inside,
did we?
standing at a brand new counter. Yes. He looks very bemused. He does not look harmed at all. And he is filling out, looks like, some paperwork. He has like a little tent set up around himself. And he has a sign out front that says business as usual.
Oh,
This is, "Hello, gentlemen." I can't remember what voice I had for him.
well, hi there, Arcane. Listen, quick question. What happened to the rest of the building?
Burn down, what do you think?
As I can tell.
That's what happens when you don't pay protection money. in the city.
To one group or wherever I take it?
All of them, really.
Ah.
I guess if you don't choose one, then you don't get any of it. Yeah.
Yeah, we're kind of dealing with a small issue with that.
Oh, you don't say.
Yeah.
He said very sarcastically.
Our friend Ragdal can inform you about a little issue we had earlier today.
Oh, what's that? This ought to be good.
It appears I'm being impersonated by, was being impersonated.
Was? What do you mean by was?
There was a bear involved, and some other things.
I have heard rumors.
Yes, indeed.
Huh.
But
That's a new one. I've never heard of them impersonating someone before. Imagine it's because you're a dwarf.
Could be. He looks nothing like me, though. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm sure. Well, I'm afraid I don't really have anything to sell to you guys, and I don't really have any capital to buy anything from you. Might still have buyers for any chess hits you have for me. Like 95% sure that's the root of all this. One of the gentlemen who was at the dinner party is a notable patron of the House of Cultivation. I may have drunk a little bit too much and said a little too much as I was extolling the virtues of your chess sets.
Could you describe to us this gentleman of the House of Cultivation?
Was he wearing clown makeup?
No!
Okay, sorry.
The dragonfly is not involved, so far as I know. He hates the houses.
Well, anyways, we got...
He's tall old man, big ears. Wears his hair all up in a poof on the top of his head.
A pompadour?
Sure,
Or
that's what the
afro?
kids are calling it these days. And he's always got a couple servants around him.
Was any of these servants short, pudgy?
I don't know. I don't pay attention to them. They're servants.
Understandable.
Not that I have any myself. I probably need some to... I don't know. I don't really know if it's worth keeping this shop going. I've been trying to be a legitimate businessman for the 2 years I've been here, but... it's really difficult.
It seems like it.
This is the second time I've been burned down.
Wow.
I can't get insurance anymore. The House of Cultivation sells the insurance.
Of course it does.
It sounds like that we have some issues with these individuals.
Have you considered moving to a different town and setting up shop?
Of course. The money's nowhere near as good anywhere else as here.
I see.
I came here for a reason. Lots of people do. We're a frontier town, city, whatever you want to call it. Everybody's got to come through here to trade.
Have you considered setting up a trading post outside the city?
A lot of really stupid bandits who don't know that it's a stupid idea to attack little shopkeepers out in the wilderness.
Well,
Unfortunately
outpost
for me.
post might mean a fortress. Yes, and considering that...
That's essentially what this was 10
yeah.
years ago.
Well, essentially, you could... You'd also find a bunch of disgruntled people, and you could take them out there as well and set up your own little town.
I feel like we're just setting up a new house at that point.
Yeah.
Eventually somebody's going to get their knees broken, is what I feel. I'm kind of thinking maybe just time to pack up. I'll certainly do whatever I can to help you guys while I'm here.
We appreciate that, too. Oh, because we feel like at some point in the very near future, we might not be welcome in this town anymore, either.
Why? I mean, I assume the bear's involved, but is it anything I should be worried about?
No.
Breaker looks around nonchalantly.
Have you heard rumors about a tactical bear strike?
I have now. Should I ignore these rumors, or should I spread these
they're
rumors?
totally unfounded.
Okay.
Yes, extremely unfounded.
It was totally unrelated to the conversation I had.
I see.
Yeah, sorry, we kind of get sidetracked and such.
He crumples up the paper that he was writing and just throws it on the ground.
Yeah. So, I turned to Ragdal. So, I guess this fella, he doesn't like having quality, not related to his guild. Being sold around. So that tells me he was probably trying to make probably have one of his fellas impersonate you, and then lure us there and kill us. But why was he having one of his servants try to strangle your double?
Well, did we know it was one of his servants?
Well, House of Cultivation.
Oh,
And don't forget, they had a ballista, so they were definitely trying to kill at least some of us.
why the impersonator, though? I still don't get that piece.
Well, because they don't know your face or your at all, so that would mean that they would kill you. The person who takes over produces the items, and your name continues to be used.
Were they trying to lure us up onto the roof, though?
But it wasn't my name, though. He looks nothing like me. I don't know why this matters.
Because it seems like somebody who was trying to lure us up onto the roof would not have disappeared into the crowd. So that we'd have to track him. It seems like there's more sure ways of getting us to go to a location.
Have we just declared war on an entire house?
I think
that's
Probably.
what happened.
I think we just
I
did.
think we should assume so.
I think
Worst case scenario, right?
Yeah, I think you're caught in the crossfire as well.
I was caught in the crossfire before you guys came to town.
So we're now caught in your crossfire. Gotcha.
More or less.
All right.
there's kind of a
Sorry about that.
crossfire thing
It's
going
okay.
on.
It's okay.
It's kind of a bonfire more the more you think about it.
So, did this gentleman enjoy the quality of the chess set? Did you end up selling it?
Oh yes, very much.
Okay.
Everybody wants one. That's kind of the problem.
I see, I
The
see.
houses aren't exactly known for superior craftsmanship.
Yeah, I imagine not.
Isn't that exactly what your house is for?
What? No, I'm not a house member. I'm a guild member.
Ah,
There's a clear distinction.
my bad.
We are artisans.
I don't know the ins and outs of city life.
They're artisanal.
Artisanal.
I could give you the address of the guy who patronizes the clan house, whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You could, I mean, I don't want to get all housey, but you could break his knees, I guess.
I think that sounds like a good idea right there.
Does it though?
Here, well, at the same time, it also sends a message to other houses. Please do not fuck with us.
Or we'll break your patron's knees. Not your knees.
We will turn off your kneecaps.
Yes.
Can you isn't kneecaps.
Yeah. I would suggest that we
Is
get
calling more attention to ourselves what we want to do?
that. Well, at this point, we're already
Says
calling-
the bear that fell through a roof.
Literally nobody knows it was me. I don't
there's
smell
just
like wet bear.
The other 5 people that always travel with you that were near you all the time.
They want to take
Bucket
care of the
boys, the
clerk.
two ballista guys that
Yes.
sat there and watched you jump
Jump.
and transform into a bear.
And then bear strike.
The clerk at the wizard cellar saw you turn into a dog, walk back out, turn into a turn into a breaker again, and then walk back in.
And literally everybody at the bar.
And
Yes.
all of their fur was wet.
Yes.
Breaker's under the impression that
Pretty
he's
sure the whole
completely
town's aware there's a
unknown.
shapeshifter in town.
Yes.
Wow.
What if I make a lot of chess sets as a peace offering?
You might want
A
to.
lot of chess
I,
You
I
may
guess that could
sets.
work.
Well, the thing is, he might not accept it unless you join his guild too, or I mean, not his guild, but his house.
So you said he was impersonating you. How do you know he was? I mean, I assume you
I
can
mean,
tell the
I don't-
difference between dwarves.
They were
He looked
identical.
nothing like me. His name wasn't mine. I don't know what the deal was.
Well, it has similar name.
They were identical and had exactly the same
So you
name.
talked to this guy.
No, we found it on his body after he
No.
fell, unfortunately, due to an
What?
accident.
It was an accident. He fell by accident.
Did you drop him off the side of a building?
I did
No,
not.
no,
Did
it
you
was a
throw him off the
ballista.
side of a
I
building?
promise
Oh,
you-
you ballisted him off a building?
I 100%
somebody-
assure you I did
Somebody
not
had
drop him
destroyed
off
the
the
roof
side of a
with a
building.
ballista, and then he fell
He looks
into the
around.
roof.
It was the ballista's fault.
So he had identification on him.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I feel like you could just use that.
But it's not my name.
I
And he looks
understand.
nothing like
I understand. But
There's
they,
no-
they probably don't know that.
There is no picture on the ID. But he did look identical to you.
Huh. Wonderful.
Yes.
Wait, so we're supposed to use this identification to prove to the guild, or the house rather, that I am one of their members, even though it was that house that impersonated me in the first place?
Makes sense to me.
That idea sounds really familiar. I wonder who said that like 5 minutes ago. Some really smart person, I bet.
I could get you like a fake mustache if that'd help.
I already have a mustache.
Okay.
You could just get dyes.
It'll just be a little bushier.
In fact, I can disguise all of you if you like have somebody really specific you need to look like.
What if we report this to the embassy
Mm-hmm.
and they get us out of town?
Yeah, that might be the safest course of action.
I think that would
They
be...
really have like no influence outside of the city, so yeah, that would be like completely safe.
Why are we in this town again?
well...
You were following the path
We
of the blue
followed the
stuff.
people that we
Which
killed.
we have now.
Which you have now.
Which we have now.
Yes, we were turning in a gnome.
Yes, we turned
Which you
it
did.
around.
He hanged at dawn. You
Oh.
passed him as you walked by.
Didn't we turn in a Varillian as well?
You didn't turn in really, and he's just wandering
Oh,
somewhere.
he's just wanting. Okay.
So
He
we
was
lost her
not
again.
back at the inn when you guys returned to the inn.
Oh no, we gotta find this guy.
Do we?
He lives opposite end of the continent. In Imperial Cimmeria. Who knows if he'll even live to make it back home.
Well,
He's probably already joined all three houses. So
He's probably
Yeah.
turning them against each other as we speak. It's probably his fault that they're after you. Probably had nothing to do with the chess sets. He
Yeah.
probably just said, wait till my friends get a hold of you. They're really rich and powerful.
ha, rich.
My friend Ragdal's the head of a guild.
Yep.
He's teaching me how to fight and use magic.
So we could
Two long swords.
forget entirely trying to track down Dragonfly the Clown.
Because he found
The
us.
dragonfly's already made contact.
Yeah.
We can just
Presumably.
leave the town before we
And he'll
kill
just
all of them.
follow us.
And
in
he'll
the
just
ship.
follow us to someplace where we won't kill as many innocent people.
I feel like using "we" in that sentence is a strong word.
There's no
We-
we, there's no hour. There's just me
We
and my
have left a
smoke.
wake of destruction.
I just held
Wait.
up my shield for you to jump off of. And then you
You're
said-
accessory to murder.
I have left no wake of destruction.
This is
Accessory to
exactly
dwarf slaughter.
this is exactly how town life is. This is why I don't live in towns.
The wake of destruction is
How many
exactly
people have you
bear shit.
killed in town now?
I have several pieces of
does follow
skull
breaker.
between my toes of my paw.
I mean, y'all could just skip town.
That-
It's a pretty simple process.
That's what I'm getting at.
Well, first
Have
off,
the embassy's protection on the way out, potentially.
I don't think they're interested.
I mean, impersonation is a crime, I assume, even for the houses. They might.
yeah, but even if we are to leave,
I'm under their protection at least.
even if we are to leave, where are we to go?
There are several. You guys happen to have the map I gave you a while back?
George.
Yes.
Alright, so you guys are currently at Nya.
Yeah.
Nya. Now you could go quite northward and go to the capital of this here country that I'm pretty sure I called Sia, or was Sia the capital? I need to reread my own document.
I know. It's terrible.
That sounds like a bigger city.
Oh, right there it is.
Mamanu is that country. Sia is the capital of it. It is a pretty nice city to live in. It's kind of like fantasy Vegas. And like all of the races get along in peace and harmony aside from the mafia there. You guys could go much further inland where all the wild beasts and the hardest corest adventurers are. If you were looking to really get rich, but if you guys are worried about your safety at the moment, maybe that's not exactly what you guys are planning. You guys could go eastward toward Cimmeria and maybe try to take care of Rillian. Quite a lot of cities that way. There's a little bit more civilization there.
So when you went to go bathe in the trough, was Rillian's horse still in the stable?
It was really.
It was.
Yes.
You said hello to it.
Okay.
He's a nice guy.
You left it drinking blood water.
He has
So if
good
Rillian
taste.
left, he left on foot.
Why do we think Rillian left?
Because we didn't see him before.
And also, there's pirates to the southwest coast. If you guys like pirates, pirates are pretty cool.
I don't think Rillian would have left without us.
Maybe not on
Or his
purpose.
horse. I mean, he could have gotten himself killed.
He may have agreed to be the protection for an entire caravan. Seeing as how he has 2 swords, that makes him like as good as 2 guards.
That's true.
He wasn't in the bar, was he?
You did not see him.
Rortrin was the one innocent person who came in the bar.
Well, then he's not innocent, I guess. But
Okay, that's fair.
You know, we
Nice
could
to know.
offer to. He looks. Rortrin. He looks over to Arcanine and he says, "You know, if you are leaving, we could act as your protection as caravan guards, in case you want to pick up shop and leave."
Is there much shop left to pick up?
Well, a
he
cart.
picks up a little bag. He looks at it and says, "Yeah, this is all my metal.
Ah,
Pretty much scrap.
yep.
Yeah, that's what I got.
Ah.
That's what I get for investing in paper money."
Oh, yeah, I know. Paper money. That's not going to go anywhere.
No! It was a terrible idea.
It's just like that. Those coins made by necromancers. What was this called? Yeah, cryptocurrency.
Never say that again.
I was trying to make a joke along those lines. So thank you for doing that joke. Way better than what I was going to say.
Dang it.
I was going to say something about bit-sized coins, but that's way better.
So let's
What
see.
are you planning?
Well,
We still don't know what the crystal is for.
That is correct.
actually, I might have an idea on what we could use it for.
Well, thank God.
Sure.
Let's do
Continent?
exactly what he says.
Well,
We should find a town that has lots of very, very, very well-studied wizards on this topic.
That is a good idea.
that is a good
No offense to you, Rortrin.
no,
Your
no,
magics
hey,
are
hey,
more
well,
practical.
You
rather
can
than
hear his
abstract.
idea.
Yes, indeed. We can hear your idea.
Oh, okay. My idea? It's going to take a while. It'll probably take like a year or so. Oh, but I'm thinking of like crafting this into an item. An item that directs its damage rather than it just going like and
Do
destroying.
you have any
So you want to make a
experience
weapon.
dealing with things like this?
You want to make a weapon
We've
of
been
mass
told this will
destruction.
blow up half the continent. You want to start tinkering with it.
Well, this way you can focus its
Can you give me an Arcana
destructive
roll, please?
energy.
Rortrin?
Okay.
We need skillet for this.
That's going to be Arcana.
Yes.
That's going to be 21.
So what you're suggesting, you realize as you like get to the end of your explanation, that'd be like putting a silencer on a nuke.
Well, more like a
It could work. It'd be like taping a toilet paper roll to the end of a nuke to direct its energy into one small area.
Yeah. I was planning on making a world gem, but okay.
I don't.
Hey.
I don't know anything about weapons. It sounds like a great idea.
Now, you have lots of awesome ideas for what to do with this, but you're pretty sure it would take like 100 years of careful study or a lot of
Yeah, I think.
elbow grease and scientific method to get it right. And unfortunately, you're also pretty sure that you'd only have one chance to get it right.
Yeah, I think I'm going to. How about we just keep it now, and we figure out if we could sell it to somebody who can either contain this or destroy it without it releasing its energies.
On the plus side, it would give the rest of us ample opportunity to get far, far away.
Exactly.
That's true.
Ideally, another continent.
Yes.
Another planet, maybe.
Never planned of existence.
The dragonfly did say it came from the moon, so...
I heard that's
there's
haunted,
that.
though.
Yes, you have heard that indeed.
With moon
The both of you
crabs.
have heard it.
Ghost clowns.
That explains so many things.
I hear goblins come from the green moon.
So,
The DM is making notes furiously. Moon full of ghost clowns. Final encounter.
we're gonna be all Final Fantasy up in here.
Yes.
You thought you were fighting the moon, but it was actually 3 clowns in a moon suit. And they're all goblins,
It was actually Kefka all along.
essentially. Dang, that works way too well. So, you guys do technically know a wizard, I guess. You know of a wizard.
We know of a wizard, but unfortunately, he did say where he was going, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, and
Wizards tend to congregate on the coasts because they like ships. Ships are cool.
Are we
People
talking
who
about,
have ships pay wizards a lot of money to protect their
I
ships
think
from
we're
other
talking about the
wizards.
demon summoner.
we're talking
Yes.
about the wizard that sent us underground.
Mm-hmm. You
Didn't
definitely know
he-
of that one.
Didn't he send us back to our own time?
back to our
Yes.
So
broke
he's
this.
in a different time.
No,
He may or may not exist in this
Could
time.
be anywhere.
His explanation made it sound as though there was only a relatively few years separating you guys. He actively invited you guys to visit him if you were ever in the area. Which is an island off of the coast of the Elvish homeland where the two of you came from.
Ragdal doesn't like water. But if
Water,
he must,
my one weakness.
yes.
But you suggested we find a wizard, and that is the only wizard I've ever met. So as far as
He
I
did.
know,
He did seem.
Poor
Poor Rortrin. But,
You're more of a sorcerer by training.
he did seem very familiar with very, very strange magic. So.
he's the only wizard I know who hasn't, offered to make a weapon of mass destruction.
He may do that when we
He
arrive.
already did make a weapon of mass destruction. He didn't have to offer it.
I
That
would-
sounds like a plan to me.
yeah. So we
Do
go.
we know where to find him?
That's in the northwest,
Yes.
I believe several thousand miles away. Hey, so
We're down here.
Uh-huh.
He is presumably out here somewhere.
Yep.
I would suggest that we hunt down some big beasties though first, so we can strengthen our skills and our powers before we go off on a several thousand-mile journey.
Can we take a ship?
Dragonfly
I mean, there's
Convention,
water
sure.
between. This is water, right?
Well,
or is this?
yeah,
No, that's not water. Never
This
mind.
is water
You
here.
could, in fact, take a ship. That is how most people would recommend you get
Surely
there.
doubt we have the resources right now to take a ship. though.
You would have to go
Yeah.
through pirate-infested waters
You're
to do
broke.
so.
I'm essentially broke.
But
You're broke.
we could acquire the
I've
resources.
got only 100 gold.
Does my guild?
We could
offer me
acquire the
100?
resources to go by ship more easily than the resources
tickets
to
that
go
way.
across
I'm
land.
just looking because it offers so many random little things.
Uh-huh.
So
I think
unless
it's just
we're
long-term.
like willing
You
to
could
go up
ask
to
them.
magical Las Vegas, yes, to make a few bets, I doubt that
Las
will
Vegas. Sorry.
I like
Continue.
this. I like this. Las Vegas. Yes.
Anyway, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Yes. No. I think I might steal that for later. Here. So let's see. I would suggest that we head west. We take on some big critters or some medium-sized critters. We
Specifically medium-sized critters. You don't need to bother with large boys.
we gain some
We learn from
strength.
those.
We gain some money. We gain some items.
That's the opposite direction of where Rillian was going, correct?
Rillian was going due east.
Rillian's on his own.
I mean,
well,
he was going random directions. You told him that he wanted to be going due east.
Well, we could always hook him up with that half-orc lady, too. And we can have them go off on their own adventures, maybe all back if they hitch up or something like that.
Why are we not keeping him with us?
He's Rillian.
We don't know where he is at the moment. He
So-
wasn't at the inn when we were back there.
But I mean,
He
we
just-
brought him here. Are we just going to skip town and leave him here?
I
He's
don't
probably
owe
a
any
member of all
allegiance
three
to. I
houses
don't owe
already.
any allegiance to any of you people. I only met you like 2 weeks
Yes.
ago.
That is true, but at the same time with Aurelian, he does have some money with his family.
He claims.
He claims to, and we
He
might
also
be able
claims to be really good with two swords.
Yes. We got him out of the wilderness to civilization. I think that's a good first step for him, at least.
Yeah.
To figuring out where he needs to go.
It's not much, but I could make the attempt to call out for him.
Okay, are you just gonna
Commentary.
yell? Okay.
And suddenly,
Crypt's voice
the-
echoes through the entire city.
You could also just go looking for him.
Too easy.
Oh, just call him, then you know
Okay.
we're looking for him.
Can you make me?
Really, you are being summoned.
Can you make me a straight Constitution roll?
as
At performance.
Performance.
Really, and your party is waiting for you at the
If you have
front desk.
proficiency in performance,
I don't.
Okay, then don't worry about it.
you're a
That'd be
bard and you
13.
don't have performance.
No, I didn't.
How much was it?
13.
Okay. Your voice echoes out, and your your throat cracks a little bit at the end of it. No, Aurelian comes running. Aurelian's horse comes.
All of
though.
our ears bleed slightly.
And by
Oh,
horse
no.
comes, I mean it whinnies audibly.
We should probably check in that direction. And what do you?
The direction of the horse? The
Yeah.
horse is in the stable.
So are we planning on leaving before nightfall? Is this the...
No, I would suggest when we
Idea.
leave after we take a one final long rest. So we're all strengthed up and we're all back to normal.
Hopefully the police don't come after us before then.
Yeah, in the morning we'll see.
Visit the embassy and see if they can extend the protection for me over all of you, potentially for the evening. Can ask at least.
We should probably also do some last minute shopping since I feel like we're going to be traveling too. Ooh.
Just avoid
Okay,
any
so-
of the House of Cultivation.
Well, while you're shopping, I'm going to go back to the wizard's cellar.
Okay.
All right.
See if Rillian's gone there for some weird reason looking for me. Get whatever few things I have in that room. If I happen to see the half-orc lady, I will talk to her for a bit.
Okay.
'Cause there's nothing I need to buy in town.
So you're going back to the embassy. Are the three of you going shopping?
I have no need for shopping.
I
Where are you
kind of.
gonna go?
I'm going to go back and take a nap with the goat.
Okay.
I don't really need to do anything. I'm just gonna throw my scarf back on.
Okay.
Did
Who are
you
you gonna
wash
go
the
with?
scarf?
It is awfully bloody though.
I did.
He kept the scarf on during the bath.
I did bathe. I could have washed the scarf. at the
Okay.
same
It is
time.
now a red scarf. More brown, I guess, but
Actually, before I return to the embassy, can I just inject
What?
an action in my...
Yeah.
Put that back up.
I'd like to attempt to sell the 2 remaining chest sets I have.
I
Right,
don't know. You'll
One
have
of
to
the
ask
House of
him.
Cultivation stores, actually, and I'll just present that ID.
okay. So you present it, and are you going with anybody else? I don't know
I guess
where.
You can
where-
use
Yeah,
that
well,
as
I am
a
shopping,
storage
so-
point.
And Crypt, are
With
you
the
going to
use
go
of
with
a
them, or are
medicine
you going to
kit.
go with one of them?
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't really have anything
Or
that
healing kit,
I
whatever they
need
call it.
to do.
Okay. Are you just going to lounge back at the end then? Okay.
Probably.
I don't
So
think
you go into the shop, and you hand them the ID with the sets, and
How much
the
was
shopkeeper is this old lady. She says,
I forget.
"Oh,
my
you work quickly, Mister Emberforge.
Indeed.
Very nice work.
So you don't
I'll-
automatically get it back
I'll
after
take
a long
those
rest.
off your hands." And was payment arranged in advance?
I believe the total value you'll find to be around, for 2 sets, 150 gold pieces.
Oh, okay. She gives you 150 gold. And gives you a little bit of a funny look as you leave.
Now she was operating a general store, correct? Or was it a more
What kind of store
specialty
did you go to?
I just picked the nearest House of Cultivation
Okay.
store, I guess.
It was a general store, yeah.
All right. Did they have the handbook with them? The
Yes.
payments handbook. Look, I'm going to say, could you just here's your ID, pick that up. I'll pay you for it.
How much is it?
It's $50, 50
Okay.
gold.
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
I'll buy it for you.
Thank you. I pay you 50 gold.
All right.
Oh, and
Have fun.
I'll need.
She does a gang sign.
I attempt to repeat it back.
And I'll just need one backpack too. Oh.
She throws a ragged backpack at you for free.
Thank you. Perfect. Now
I'll
I
see you tonight, Mr. Emberforge.
Indeed you will. Indeed.
She all but winks. You leave.
I'm imagining one eye just kind of like half closing. But
It's
not
more of a
quite.
twitch than anything, I guess. Mr. Nicassius, you return to the wizard's cellar, and you gather whatever belongings you require. Do you tell them that you're not going to be staying there for another night?
No.
Okay.
Is really in there.
Rillian is not there.
Okay.
The half orc is there though. She says, "Oh, thank you again.
It was my pleasure.
I know there was some talk previously that you might know somebody who might be willing to buy my house. Any luck on that?"
How much is it that you wanted for it?
Well, we were trying to get 30,000 pieces of gold. As
Right,
I
I
said,
know that's
it's
what you said that you spent
I
building
don't,
it there.
I don't know. I've never sold houses before. I don't know what somebody would be willing to offer. Really,
Well,
just as much as I can, and of course,
you
take
probably
whatever
get a
cut.
better deal for it if you don't let people know
Well, that's.
what went on.
I thought you were going to do the selling for me. I wouldn't
Oh,
be
this
this
is true. I'm
frank
just-
with everybody
I'm
or
just
anybody.
saying that letting people know that it might have been haunted, that the crypt from your old house appeared in the new house, probably not good selling points.
Well, it's not there now, so I don't think that should be an issue.
No, I can see who I can talk to.
All right, thank you.
About that. That's a little beyond our means.
I'll be
at the
here
moment.
then, I guess, just drinking a lot of wine.
Maybe that other guy can open a new shop.
Do you need somebody to house sit the house while you're down here, since you don't seem to be comfortable being there?
That'd be wonderful if they could, upkeep it. Ideally, I could get a better price on it.
And how much would you be willing to pay for that service?
I hate dealing with servants. I don't know what it's like. I don't know, 3 gold a day sound like about what you'd pay somebody for that?
Well, considering that, well, I'm not there.
I'll see what I can
Rortrin
do
just
with
begins
that.
talking in the middle of the street.
I'll see what I can do with that.
All right.
See if we can find somebody that would be willing to maintain
thank
the
you very
place
much.
for you in your absence. If I do find somebody, I'll send them to see you here.
Thank you. I'm in a room. She pulls out a little piece of paper and squints at it. Room 16.
16. Okay.
And she leaves.
Very good.
And the two of you are just napping. So the two of you can go to the embassy, unless you're continuing shopping on your own.
I'll continue. Onto the embassy before.
Okay.
I would continue on. But as we're walking, I'm going to turn to Ragdal and says, "Oh, she was expecting you at a party tonight, maybe?"
That is what it sounds like.
I feel like that maybe you could go there, and possibly insinuate yourself and figure out what's going on at least one more evening before we leave. Hey, because don't know if it'll be haunting us, and it's probably a good idea to get names of who's probably going to be after us,
I don't think anyone will be after us after we leave the city.
At the same time, if we have to come back here, and suddenly, they hear the names of like Ragdal, Fireforge, here to come back. Heck, they might be prepared for us then.
I don't know. Sounds like it could be a trap. I'm sure a body has been discovered at this point without an ID. And yes, I think we should just get out of town as soon as possible.
We should have taken his body with us in case we ever needed to fake your death.
Any dwarf could tell you that looks nothing like me.
Weekend at Ragdal's. So, put another bear spirit inside it.
We animate the corpse.
Oh no.
So you go inside the embassy, and the dwarf who is at the counter says, "Oh, it's Mr. Fireforge. This letter came for you.
Thank you.
It's a lovely postcard written in golden letters, which invites you to meet an individual for a business proposition at such and such a time, which was like an hour and a half ago. At the house that was crashed through by the bear.
Of course.
So I'll make it worth your while, winky face at the end.
I'm going to ask, was there another gentleman by the name Forge as well here?
You say the exact same name because you don't know the difference in pronunciation.
Go around with racist wizards like this.
I've been telling them all along. No, they won't believe me.
Whatever. Anything else we can do for you today, Mr. Fireforge?
Indeed, I'd like to report that somebody has been impersonating me, I believe.
What?
Yes. I know, they look nothing like me, but all of my companions here tell me that they were definitely impersonating me. And I hold out the ID card.
Which happens to have?
That's not even my name, but you could...
Well, of course. But I can see where they're coming from.
Yes, indeed.
This is definitely a House of Cultivation identification card. This is the real deal right here.
For which I did not join.
So I believe you. Someone is definitely trying to steal your identity, but I can't imagine what that would be.
I can't imagine either.
Well, what can we do for you about this?
We would like to leave town. And,
Well, yeah, that's understandable.
Yes.
That seems like the wisest course of action.
and also would appreciate protection on the way out of town, because I now think there may be attempts at my life.
Oh yes, we'll send Guster and Buster to
Excellent. Thank you.
to escort you. He calls Guster and Buster. They are two nondescript-looking
That's also
dwarves.
the exact same name to us.
Yes, it is actually. They're wearing, just sort of common-y clothes. You wouldn't pick them out of a pack of dwarfs. And they don't even have any visible weaponry. They're just like casually leaning on whatever closest door jam is available.
Excellent. Thank you.
There are 3 Ragdals now. What the hell?
They're not even wearing the same outfit as me this time.
They're not even wearing the same outfit, period, but only you can tell. So, you're Mr. Ragdal, then?
Indeed I am. Buster and Guster, I take it.
Yep.
Nice to meet you, Omen.
Nice to meet you.
I appreciate your protection.
Whatever we can offer.
Thank you.
I've been longing to break some house heads for a while. We have pre-established business, as it were.
I see. That's good to hear.
Don't be too careful now.
Okay.
They will follow you around as needed.
So,
God, it's going to be the bar all
is the
over
plan
again.
to leave early in the morning after the night? Because Rortrin wanted a long rest, at least, I believe, right?
Yeah.
I'm nestled in a pile of hay.
Okay, so
One of you is already
I've been
there.
asleep for like 2 hours.
we shall leave in the early morning tomorrow.
Yes.
Maybe at dawn.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
I'm gonna drink so much tea.
As is tradition.
As is tradition.
So on the way back to the other inn, I'm going to swing by Acrone's place.
Yep.
Let him know that I have an opportunity for him to move into someplace else and get paid to be there.
Oh, really?
And he just needs to go contact this person.
Well, thank you very much.
Because it does not appear that we're going to be able to take advantage of that at the moment.
At the moment.
At the moment, considering our
Man, you could have taken the 3 gold a day and given him 2 gold a day. To,
I'm not planning on coming back to this place.
I'm just saying.
you can always
Find your
ask for
speed.
an advancement like 2 months.
Creating
All the day is a
another
pittance.
pyramid scheme within the pyramid scheme town.
It was perfect. We could have come.
Pyramids all the way down.
Yes.
We could have had her put the payment into a bank. We could have come back in 6 months. We would have been plenty of money for us to have passage on a ship.
We fought the pyramids with the
No,
pyramids.
You're a terrible businessman.
Use the
not
pyramids
a
to destroy
businessman, I'm
the
a
pyramids.
thief. I'm not interested in penny ante crap like that.
Dan Houndicle would have thought of it.
You level up.
Who?
All your down line becomes level 2s. Sorry.
So then I'm going to go back over to the inn, I guess where everybody else is except for...
So, as you go back, you pass the public stocks, in which Rillian is.
Oh, Aurelian. And, right, gonna look up at him and ask, how's it
He's
going?
covered in tomatoes.
Are we really
How'd
in
you
this
end up there?
situation? Are we really in a position to be disappointed, though?
It's a really long story.
Right, how long are you up there for?
I don't know. People have been talking to me in a language I can't understand.
Is that peasant?
I don't know. I can't understand it. I think I offended somebody's exotic customs. And
Exotic, ooh.
I think I ruffled some feathers. And, I'm paying my debt to society, I suppose, but it's not very comfortable. I could have, as the son of a rich man, bribed the guards, but, I'm an adventurer now, and adventurers don't bribe people.
And they
Good
don't
for
have
you,
much
really.
money.
Good for you.
Well, yeah, that also.
Right. I look to Ragdal and I say, we have to help him.
Yeah, I'll start asking around, see if anything else.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he had approached an elvish lady who only spoke elvish. Who knows what she was really doing here. And he was apparently seemed to think that he could just like say syllables that sounded Elvish, and she would know what he was talking about. And so he was just being incredibly racist.
Oh!
And she just complained to the guards, and they threw him in the stocks and just kind of forgot about him. He hasn't even been charged with anything. They were just trying to make a rich, important lady appeased. So they let him go, if you ask.
Alright.
Say, please just watch him.
We
Please.
try to, but again, it's like looking after a teenager.
He is a teenager!
Yes.
Exactly, my point.
Or whatever he was. He's
Yes,
pretty young.
he gets in all the trouble. He causes the problems.
Really?
He
And did you
turns
also
into a
jump
bear.
through a... Yes. Did you also murder people by falling on them and stepping on them? With your 2 swords? Those must be really heavy if you were able to smash through the roof of a building.
Alright, come along, Brilliant. Come along.
Thank you for rescuing me, guys.
You're welcome.
You
Just
know-
remember, every time we rescue you, we add 5% more onto our final bill.
That
Bill
seems
for
fair.
asking your father.
Now stop causing so many problems. We have to leave town solely because of you.
And those 5% are multiplicative, not additive.
Yes.
by the way.
I'm glad that I am once more a law-abiding citizen and no longer a criminal.
Good.
So,
You know, I do feel pretty bad about it. Maybe I should apologize to the
I think
lady.
we should just move on.
Okay.
yeah.
It's okay.
Let bygones be bygones.
Yes, indeed.
Alright, so. we get back to the inn, I take it, unless there's any sort of encounters along the way.
No.
There's no other encounters, and then
No.
we reconnect with the others, and we tell them about the events that Ragdal and Rortrin had on their journey, and also saw to paying 5 copper, was it, for a bath for Verilian?
Yes.
And we let him have that. And
Okay. He has been picking up pennies off the ground. He proudly pays for his own
Yeah.
bath.
Yeah, and then after that, we say, okay, so crunch time. Hey, we have several different things that we could do. There's an event in town where he was invited.
You know nothing else about it.
Nothing.
Just that there is an event in town.
Didn't you say it was for like an hour ago?
Well,
That was the
That was-
invitation.
Okay.
probably a different thing. That was probably the time they were going to murder him and steal his identity.
Indeed.
And then
With a ballista. 10 buckets of blood.
Seems like
Murder me and then steal my identity with the ballista.
I'm really curious.
Well, they were
what
going
the
to tie
plan
him
was.
to it and then launch him into the middle of the party so they didn't realize you were gone. Clearly.
Clearly.
Okay. And
Sorry.
then upper option, we just hang back here, and in the morning we leave. But unfortunately, I'm not quite clear on where we're leaving to.
Where are you guys going?
Generally,
We're going northwest, right?
generally westward, yes.
We're going to visit the wizard man.
Yeah, so I guess we are going to go west through the wildlands.
So you're going to go by land? That's going to be a long journey.
Hey, at the same time, we need a long time to get up there, and we don't have the funds really to take a vessel right now.
Well, I could
How much did it
ask at the
cost me
embassy.
to travel from there down to here?
Several thousand miles.
Because I just made that trip going the other way.
Well, you kind of conned your way through
Yeah.
it. You didn't do it legitimately. You didn't even really bother to look to see how much it would cost. So,
We're here, right?
if you guys were to
we're
take a ship,
Here, right.
if you were just trying to get on a garbage ship that would just get you there, maybe in one piece, doing a little work along the way, it would cost you 5 silver pieces per day.
And how many days would you say it would be?
I'm a DM, not a scientist.
You're a DM, not a
You
mathematician.
know, this is like a thing I should have mapped out previously. So you guys can walk 1 hex in a day. So you could sail. Is 10 hexes way too little? Do you think? Like distances and
Well,
real
the
world
thing
speed.
about okay, so let's math this out. Hi there, folks. Welcome to Dungeons and Arithmetic. We are currently doing the arithmetic of
Is
this.
there not a table for
Yes.
that? It says how fast.
Probably in one of the books that I don't own.
It's probably going to be like 3 hexes is by ship each day, rather than by on foot.
I'm sure this has been written out somewhere.
Well, yeah, but that would depend on the currents, what type of ship you're taking,
Right.
whether they're having to stay inland because it's not a seafaring vessel and they're just crawling up the coast.
And also it
Or if they
depends
can
on
sail
like
straight.
pirates too. Pirates
And there
a
are
big
many
thing.
pirates that you would have to go through to get there. Along that coast.
Yeah, so either we deal with the land, in which case we could possibly hide, or we go to sea where we could possibly drown and we not have enough money to get there.
You could try to find another wizard to teleport you over there, but then you just have a wizard in general, so why even go there? And you're probably going to die if you try to teleport halfway across the continent.
I mean, the first wizard did summon demons at us.
Yes, he did. I mean, well, you summoned a demon at you. Rortrin. He summoned a demon at somebody else. And then teleported you halfway across the continent. But anyway,
But, I mean, we could make our way in that direction with the hopes that we can eventually get on a ship to take us the remainder of the way.
you would definitely have to go... well, you'd have to go down the river if you wanted to go the fastest way. Which would be pretty dangerous, but you could do it quickly.
Up here?
Yes, you are very close to the river. And, you know, it flows out to sea, so you'd just be being carried by the current.
Are there, like, merchant ships that go up and down that river?
They go down the river, definitely.
Well, how
Keel
do they get
boats.
back?
Yes. They walk.
They walk the boat?
They
Yes,
do.
they get some horses and they bring them up.
You're not going to paddle your way up a river for...
It depends on how fast the river is. How do they get the
This is
ship?
a pretty fast river.
So how do they get the ship back up the river?
They carry it.
You don't carry a merchant ship.
No, they can carry keel
They're
boats.
small ships. They're not big merchant ships. They don't sail big old ships down to the ocean from the river.
Be more like canal barges.
Okay, so
You could also ask at the embassy and see if there's any.
Yes.
Crypt,
Special
your
rates
thoughts
like
on this?
This is not
Poor
Crypt's
Crypt.
area of expertise.
Crypt is going to be the one who plays the banjo while you're on the barge.
Crypt may have seen more parts of this world than we have.
Crypt is used to a wizard snapping their fingers and Crypt appearing.
Crypt is used to actually having to travel. You're just summoned.
Crypt jumps between planes to travel.
You should do that.
So, the embassy, when you ask about special rates, you say, well, it isn't really a thing we ordinarily do aside from caravans. We could give you a great price on caravans. If you wanted to buy a boat, we could give you a really good discount on that, probably, if you could find somebody willing to sell. We could cover a good portion of that
I see.
tax stuff, you know.
Could we join a caravan already headed that direction?
You could do that. Now everybody's still out, you know, escorting all the sleepwalkers who appeared after the new year.
Oh, that's right. So, no, there wouldn't be any more caravans except for the sleepwalkers.
There's probably at least one who has no adventurers on board. You could probably get a monopoly on that if that was your... You know, we could... I mean, in a situation like that, you would definitely be being paid quite a lot. We wouldn't be having to give you a discount at all. Because, your fare would be paid.
So, yeah, we could sign up for being caravan guards. Heralds, I think that sounds good. We're actually getting paid. We don't have to rely on like what we find out in the wilds per se.
And we can negotiate you some really good rates and rights.
All right.
Oh,
So
yes.
where's this caravan going? Is it going to the northwest?
Well,
East? Or-
where would you-
3,000-mile escort.
We'll do the research for you. Just
All right.
what are your ideal parameters?
We're going to Neil. Nahal. This place.
Nia?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's whatever gets us closer to that direction.
yes. So something west.
Uh-huh.
All right. I'll try to find a caravan that's
pronounce
going
that?
as far west as possible.
How long will that take?
Well, long time.
Long time being,
One moment.
Long time.
considering that we have to leave.
Nondescript long time.
Considering that the caravan's going to move a lot slower than we could moving on foot.
So the caravan will go at... If it goes at slow speed, that's 3 days per hex. And That could be 2
That's it.
months at the fastest just to get to the border. Oh, you're going to, Neliel.
Besides us, what's involved in a caravan?
Whoever else is
Pay?
along with the caravan paying, carrying goods, needing protection. I don't really know off the top of my head. I can do the research for you. 2 to 3 months is how long it would take if you were making no stops along the way.
But we would be probably making stops along the way, though.
Probably, yeah. And,
Yeah.
I mean, there's pretty much no chance you're going to find someone going all the way to the coast from here.
Right.
You may just need to find another caravan at some point. Intermediary. But give me 6 hours, and I will give you guys whatever options
All right.
I have.
Hey, I think that would work good, and
What is the advantage to escorting a caravan over just going on our own?
we get paid. Hey, we don't have to worry about pirates as much, and we're our own guards.
If we're escorting a caravan full of things to steal, don't we exactly have to worry about pirates?
Well, bandits, not
Bandits?
pirates. Pirates specifically have really cool ships and
Yeah.
cannons.
I mean, they're
Bandits don't
basically
tend to.
road pirates.
Ooh, so this is a world where gunpowder exists?
I mean, when I say cannons, I mean ballistas with big metal balls in the end.
Ah.
Cannons.
Magic cannons.
They're just enchanted with catapult.
Hey, yes. They have an enslaved giant who casts catapult. This is why we need wizards on our ships.
So you're saying...
It's just a bunch of wizards holding like beer bottles and catapults.
Cannonballs. Here's a one powder.
They just rotate, taking rests.
They have a really bizarrely inefficient form of gunpowder where they each cast catapult on a single grain of sand inside a small projectile.
Sounds good.
So in that space of 6 hours, it's going to be like 9 at night
Yeah.
before he probably has the information for you. I mean, dwarves do stuff at all hours of the day, so it's not really out of the ordinary. What are you guys going to do during this time?
I take it's too short for a long rest.
You could do a long rest
Okay.
in between.
Hey, so...
And remember, you don't get your HPs back
Right.
unless
No.
you're using your hit dices.
Luckily, I'm good on that.
Excellent. And
I
you get...
healed myself in Crypt up.
Yes, you get half your hit dice back. Crypt, I think you might be the only one who that's going to affect right
I'm
now.
good.
I get back half
Okay.
my hit dice as well.
Yes, round it up. And did you guys buy any more medical kits?
No, we did not.
Okay.
Still 2 uses of mine.
Hi.
Okay.
How many
How
hit
much do
dice
they
did
cost?
you use before?
They...
So you
For
get
us
one of
not
them
being in a
back.
house?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I could still fake it again, I guess.
When do I get to fly?
Healer's kit is 5 gold pieces.
Not yet.
And it has 10 uses.
That'll save
All right.
some
It's
place in
really
I don't know where to
efficient.
find it. I can't
I would spend money to pick up one of those.
Okay.
Those,
So-
and also, any
I will
stables in town?
Stables? Yes.
Yes, I
And
would.
since you have your guild card, you
Says
guys
Yeah.
to
can
ignore that if
pay
you're
base
moved.
price.
Yeah, so I'm just going to get a mule with a saddlebags on
All right.
and a bit and bridle. I'm not going to be riding it. I'm just going to be
Okay.
using it for air transportation.
And if you guys are in a caravan, all your rations will be taken care of for you. in your
Exactly.
meals.
So that's going to be a total of for 12, 16 gold plus
about that.
5. So that's 21 gold pieces.
I will spend the rest of the time just tuning my armor and praying
Okay.
to the emerald.
And yeah, that's it. That's good.
Excellent.
Also, I'm going to look around for like 1 pound ignites of iron or so.
Okay.
No.
You do find those.
Good. I'll
Just
take.
1 second. How many different places are you going?
I would
Assume
say,
that you're going to need a specialist store for anything that isn't the healer's kit and the stuff you bought previously.
well, there would probably be 3 places I can think of.
All right.
Oh, there would be first a general store, her for the healer's kit and for her other gear, and then there would be the stables, and then finally there would be probably a blacksmith.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. I need you. So you're going with him, of course.
Yeah,
the whole
of
time
course.
because you need his
Yeah,
card. Was anybody else going with the two? Excuse me.
it's okay.
Goodness.
Work through it.
Is anybody else going with the two of you, or are you guys just gonna chill?
I am curled up with a goat right now, comfy
You
as
are
heck.
indeed.
I am probably going to get my stuff all packed up in the chest
Right.
and the saddlebags in preparation to leave.
And I imagine you're also being comfy, Crypt.
Yeah.
Okay. So I need the two of you then to give me perception rolls.
That's going to be a 7.
17.
All right. You notice nothing.
He had a 17.
Yep.
Okay. Hey, all right.
So
Do I hear any?
you just kind of always hear that now.
Oh, okay. Good.
You're pretty sure it's in your head.
Okay.
You
We're all
think
sure it's
that
in your head, too.
shadows make noises at this point.
That's
So you guys get back to the inn and you all, are you gonna meet up and then go to the embassy, or are you just gonna go to the embassy by yourselves when the time is right to go find the information?
I think it would probably be best if we stay in a group when it's time, because unfortunately, this city's a little bit dangerous for us, and some of us are very squishy. Hey,
It's true. All right, so you all go, and
The city's dangerous and you're squishy, which is why we should spend more time traveling as a group through the streets. Really visible.
Come on, guys, spread out.
I mean, he could just get the information.
So, what's going to be marching order here?
I'll be at the lead.
Okay,
I'll take up.
this
the
is a 15-foot wide street.
I'll take up the second to rear.
All right.
I'll be in the rear riding my goat.
Crypt, where will you be?
I'll be in front of him.
Okay.
Did you have him out?
I'm sorry, where will you be?
Yes, I've got a
I will
mule.
be second
So
to
you're
rear.
taking it?
Okay.
We're not leaving
Or that-
yet,
that
so
works.
why would I be taking the mule?
And where will
You left your
Nicassius
hotel?
be?
I'll be up front. Or right next
I mean,
to
you can be beside.
Okay, well, we'll leave my animal to you.
I need everybody to make me perception rolls, please.
Okay.
If you don't have dark vision, you'll be making it disadvantage because it is middle of the night now.
All right, that's going to be a little bit better. 19.
16.
18.
All right.
3 with that one.
So you hear the sound of breaking pottery from a window to your left.
You don't.
I check out and look up towards that way.
And you see a shadowy form with what is clearly a short bow sticking out of the window.
I say, "Hey, assassin!" And I point out towards that way.
All right. And as you say that, there is motion at these 6 windows. And can I get initiatives real quick?
All right. Right, that's going to be a total of 4.
All right.
14.
11.
18.
9.
What was yours again?
14.
Okay.
Just realizing if I rolled a 1 on my initiative, I'd actually have a 0 total.
Oh. Unfortunate.
That's fine.
Right, they do not take you by surprise. But the guys on the right here move first, and they're going to try to twang you with their bows.
Twing.
All 3 of them attack you, Mr. Ragdal.
Okay. Come at me.
Come at me, brethren.
Does a 20 hit?
It does.
A natural 1 does not hit. You hear a snap and a screech.
My fingers.
A sound very familiar to dwarves, yes.
Yes. A 12 does not hit, though, I imagine. And take 4 piercing as an arrow goes into the space between 2 of your armor plates.
All right.
Crypt!
Uh,
Oh, he's not gone. What am I doing? He just took a little damage. So. Oh, a lot of damage.
oh.
So these guys raised up on either side, you said? Or?
There are buildings here.
Gotcha.
And there are 3 windows here and 3 windows here, about 10 feet up.
Gotcha.
There is a door right here, and
Oh,
there's a door
I have to
here and
reroll.
here.
But we don't see anything in the other windows?
I just forgot to grab all the dice.
There's still dice left over here.
Aha! See, it was right in front of me, and I did nothing with it.
They were just still on the rooftop swinging by.
They probably are. To this
they
day.
can't even see me anymore. They're just throwing buckets of blood at where I was.
Oh, and I have to roll
They
my
had a lot of buckets up
divination.
there.
They're the bucket
Your
boys.
what?
Divination at the
Yes.
end of every. Hey, so now it's a
You all
7
get
and
called the
16.
Bucket Boys for nothing.
Hashtag bucket boys.
With a Z.
Crypt, what are you doing? Bucket with a Z.
I gotta try to stealth my way out of there.
Alright, you're... So it is dark. They do not have dark vision, so you will not be at disadvantage. Just make a stealth at a normal roll, please.
25.
Alright, and you took the hide action because you're not a rogue, right? So you can't do that as a bonus action. You stealthily sneak behind a convenient barrel.
Yay!
Or you're pretty sure that nobody can see you.
It's a crypt-shaped barrel.
Breaker.
Okay. Breaker has never become a giant spider, and it's a lot to read. But Breaker's going to shoot web at whoever he saw shoot the
Are you becoming a giant spider?
becoming a giant spider.
Alright, so you into a really furry
It
giant
makes
spider.
a way better noise than that.
A reverse
wet pop.
splorting sound.
Perfect.
And you spray web out of your rear end at who?
Which window shot the
Well,
arrow?
these one shot first. 2 of them
Oh.
shot these 2.
Oh dear. The one I'm closest to, the one in the middle.
Alright, you shoot at number 2. I make a saving throw.
Range weapon attack plus 5
Alright.
to hit.
21 hits.
And what does it do?
That's a good question. The target is restrained by webbing. As an action, the restrained target can make a DC 12 strength check.
Okay. You sprayed it at a window, so you just completely cover the window.
Well, that'll do.
That'll do. Anything else? I think you don't have anything else, because I think you used bonus and action. You can move.
Yes, I did.
You do have a climb speed as a spider, right?
I do, but I'm not going to put myself in the window to be shot at.
But what if they're arachnophobic?
Well, I mean, I'm not sure how big he is, but that's got to be pretty scary. It's a large beast.
You are a bigger spider than they are people.
Okay, I'm going
That's
to
spooky.
climb up into that window right there
Okay.
and wave my spidery legs. out.
Which window? Number 2, number 1,
Number 1.
Number 1.
Alright. I have a giant spider here somewhere.
Of course you do.
Excellent.
Of course, if this was me, he'd be like, "Hey, tell me what you're playing. I'm just playing as."
You're gonna be a Hotora, though.
Oh, cool.
Now, the window is much smaller than you are, but you can stick your head in.
Yeah, I'm going to stick my...
Spider head.
Hey. How'd it going in here?
I just reach one big arm in there and just kind of wave it at him.
I
Lovely.
even called as a spider.
Because I
dance.
can't technically use an action, just swipe
Right.
it with it.
Alright, Nicassius. A spider just jumped up out of nowhere in the middle of you. You're 23%
So the-
sure it's Breaker.
The sound I heard was from
It's wet.
my right there.
You
or
heard the
from
sound
my
of a
left?
breaking bowstring on your right.
Sounds like
Right, but the sound that we heard before we rolled initiative.
Yeah, that came from your left.
That came. Okay.
You are aware that everybody is in these windows.
Nifty. Well, I'm going to continue down the street,
Okay.
out of the middle of this bad position,
I'm out. I'm out.
and I'm going to find some place. I'll use the cunning action to hide.
Alright.
Nothing's happening here.
But I want to get out of immediate sight of whatever's going
Okay.
on until we know what we're dealing
Can you make
with.
me a stealth roll, please?
Yep. 19.
Alright, you're pretty sure that you're well hidden in a doorway. And are you doing anything with your action?
not. I'm
Do you have anything ranged? Are you ready?
You could just dodge if you're worried about people shooting at you.
Oh no, I wasn't worried. I'm just not wanting to be in the middle of this counter to begin
Yep.
with. I don't think it serves a purpose for me.
I think we all should have just
Could I
run.
just grab 2 D8
Yes.
from in here? Thank you.
I'm just going to draw my rapier and hold it at my side, and
If anybody gets in a melee, prod him.
I'm going to, yes.
Okay. Ragdoll.
This is
Okay, so
hits.
are these people on the first
That
floor or
would
like
be the
an
average
elevated
damage.
floor?
They are on an
So
elevated
ones
floor
that
about
give
10
you.
feet up.
Just for
It's
reference?
just, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
They're a little bit lower on this
Are
side.
they
Some people
all
just
mostly
use
taking
average
cover, or
damage.
are any of them kind of leaning out the
Things
window,
haven't rolled.
ready to
Would
shoot?
that be
Um,
a house rule, or-
These ones are leaning out the window ready to shoot.
Or a house rule?
This guy is not even visible because
Oh,
there's a
that
spider
would
in
be
his
his-
face.
Okay.
This guy has fallen back.
Okay.
This is a web here.
Yes, indeed, indeed. I'm going to point at this one leaning out the window, and I'm going to cast command and just say fall.
Okay, wisdom saving throw.
I believe so. Yes, wisdom saving throw.
16.
That passes.
Alright.
Unfortunate.
He has a call of the void where he contemplates jumping out the window, but, well, thankfully the window's a little too small for him to jump out of. Otherwise, he may have just done that. Anything else?
That'll be it.
Alright. Rortrin.
Alright, I'm going to cast sleep on number 5 and everybody.
Alright.
So let's see what I can do.
He has
Alright.
partial cover. That's +2.
It's not an attack.
Gotcha, it's based on his AC. Isn't it?
No, it's based on his health. So that's
Oh,
14,
yeah. That's what I meant.
18, 23, 24.
He falls asleep.
Here, so, yeah, does anybody else fall asleep? Hey, because it's
No.
24. Okay, so only him.
Yep. He had an arrow drawn back.
Yep.
But that arrow goes somewhere. It hits nobody.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else?
That's my one spell. Oh,
Alright. Number 2 and number 6 are going to shoot at you
uh-huh.
because you are clearly a magic man.
The
And magic
hands.
men are magic men are pretty squishy, it is known. Does a 19 hit?
Anything above 11 hits me.
Okay. That's gonna be 9 points of piercing,
Oh.
right in the buttock.
Ah.
The right boys, being not brothers, but stuff, they're gonna do their thing. So number 1 sees a spider leg poking into his window. He's gonna scream, drop his bow, draw his short sword, and hack at your leg.
My leg!
That's a nat 20.
Fantastic. I was hoping for that.
So you're not wearing armor. So
I am
I would-
armor.
I would say it takes off a spider limb.
it. What's your spider HP?
26.
Okay. Let's going to rip off. He's going to shear off your leg at the joint. Your speed is going to be reduced by 20%. You're going to take a flat 7 damage, and then you're going to take 5 additional slashing. So 12 slashing and speed reduced while you're a spider. And the number 3 is going to take another plink at you, Mr. Ragdal. Does a 14 hit.
It does not.
Alright, number 2 is going to try to get rid of that webbing. And another nat 20. He's going to hack away at it. And it's going to drift down. And can you make me a dexterity saving throw, please?
Dexterity?
Ragdal?
19 total. That was not 20.
You dodge it. Nice. And good grief, 2 nat 20s chained together. You
Yeah.
blow on it really hard. And thankfully, I say thankfully, the guy is able to evade it. Crypt. You are hiding.
I am hiding. I
You're one
can't.
hiding boy.
I can't do much about people that are.
At elevated position.
Yeah, because I don't have any ranged weapons.
Can you throw songs at them?
Can you climb up the spider?
Can you mop them viciously?
That's a good question,
I
actually. Yeah.
could use
How
that.
high up are these
I
windows?
would use that.
Like 10-ish
Sure.
feet.
And how big is the spider?
Really big.
So you could climb up me.
You could.
I'm gonna
I
do
mean, I'm
that.
like covered
Alright,
with bristly
can
hair.
you give me an
and legs.
acrobatics, please? The hairs part slightly to allow you to handhold.
20.
There you
Not
go.
bad.
Alright. You gracefully clamber up the spider, which is not a sentence I thought I would say today. And you can leap in through the window.
Sure.
Yay. There is a horrified looking guy there with a leaky spider leg at his feet.
It's kind of wriggling.
Would you like to attack him?
And a demon in his face.
Yes.
How big is the spider leg?
Bigger than you?
Ah.
I would say, yeah, 4 feet or so.
Yeah,
Can you cut off the entire leg?
at the joint.
How heavy would said leg be?
Heavier than you.
Okay.
If you
giant
could club him
spider.
with it, that would be epic.
That would be cool. But I
I could pick it up with another one of my legs.
lack anything with strength.
That's why it's always pays to be a pugilist.
So,
Pugilist.
Arm-to-arm combat.
hey man, I've got 8 of them.
A pugilist is just a beastmaster, but you only have pugs. So an army of pugs.
Become Kakashi.
What are you going to whack him with, Crypt?
Throw my hand axe at him.
You are in melee with him, so you probably don't want to throw
Oh, I'm
it,
in
but you
melee?
can whack
Okay.
him with it.
That works too. Yeah.
Alright.
25.
You hit.
I hope so.
Was that natural?
Was that a nat 20?
Wow.
It's a big old bab right there.
6.
You hack at his arm. He is not having a great day.
Well, the spider like comes into his window. There's
You
the
have a
boy.
spider arm.
This
and
is
a
not what
human
he signed
arm
up for. I don't know what he
laying
signed
on
up
the
for, but it
floor
wasn't
together.
this. Breaker.
This poor guy. I feel almost bad.
Don't.
Is
He's
he,
done bad things.
is he within
So have we.
within melee range?
Of you, you
Of
can
me.
stick another leg in, yeah.
No, is he within like bite
Not
range?
biting distance.
Not biting distance.
No.
I can't like wriggle my head. just-
Your
What about
teeth
the
are not
next
that
guy?
long.
Okay.
No. This guy is like back against the wall because there's a giant spider trying to crawl in through his window.
There's unfortunately no attack listed for club him with your leg.
Unfortunate.
So how do I club him with my giant other spider leg?
Well, since Crypt is taking care of him, why don't you head on to the next window?
Well, the next one I've already blocked up with web.
Well,
It's
they
been
cut
torn
down
away.
the web.
Oh, okay.
You can make a leg attack with the same attack bonus as the bite. Use
But you won't get the
it
poison.
won't poison.
You won't poison. You will do D8 plus whatever your strength is for damage.
Strength might be +2.
Okay. So +5 to hit and
Yep.
Okay.
That will not hit.
it just whiff my leg through the air.
He shivers at the gentle hissing. Anything else?
Well, it's gotta scare him at least. I will.
He's gonna make a saving throw versus fear. Nat 20. You can't try to scare him again.
He's pretty tough.
These dice are doing well tonight. For the moment. Nicassius.
Okay, I'm going to slip. You said I'm in the doorway?
You are.
I'm going to slip inside that door.
It is not locked.
Okay, is there a wall between me and that guy, or is he in the same room that I just slipped into?
This is an old, empty, abandoned apartment.
Okay.
There it connects to that window. You can go upstairs. You can hear a guy furiously drawing an arrow.
Okay, then I'm going to make my way upstairs,
Make me another stealth, please.
Yeah.
Thanks.
rapier in hand. That'd be 17.
All right. He hears you,
Okay.
and by the time you get up there, he is waiting beside the edge of the doorway with a short sword in his hand. And you can still attack him, but
All right.
you
Well,
don't
I'm
have
going
him
to-
surprised.
Have at him with the rapier then. That would be a 23.
That'll hit.
That'd be 6 points of damage.
He lets out a sound. Very nice. Ragdal.
All right.
If I move over here,
Mm-hmm.
could I provide
What's that?
at least
Fire.
partial cover
No, I
for
don't have
Rortrin
any
using the
spells.
body from the
Yes.
Thank you.
nearby?
Set something on fire.
So I will do
throw
that.
They'll have advantage to
What's
attack
that?
you, but you
set
can
something
provide
on
That's
fire,
fine.
throw it
cover.
at 'em.
Okay, as long as
You
I
guys are
project
across
Rortrin.
the street.
Yeah.
I have no
Um,
idea what y'all are doing at this
I'm then
point.
going to cast Blessing,
All right.
and I'll just bless all three people right here.
Okay.
So Rortrin, Breaker, and
Crypt.
Crypt.
What does that do?
You get it's like guidance, but for your attack rolls, and it lasts a minute.
You add a D4 onto your
Okay.
attack roll.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah. So for 1 minute, I'm concentrating on that.
Yeah. And you have advantage on concentrating, right? Because you
Yes,
have.
I
Yeah.
have Warcaster.
Excellent.
And so it's saving throws and attack rolls at a D4.
All right.
All right then.
Anything else?
That'll be it.
Okay. Rortrin.
All right. Is there anything around the ground that weighs about a pound to 5 pounds?
There are some rocks, yes.
All right. Well, I'm going to launch that at number 4. Or that with catapult.
All right.
So that is a saving throw, and
Yep,
I'm going to have
and-
him roll a 7.
Okay. Did we determine there are any bonuses for cover on dexterity saving throws? We determined that on Wednesday, right? Is it only for full cover?
It's only for full cover. Yeah.
We were talking about Sacred Flame.
Right. Where we were.
I feel like it's only full cover though.
Half cover is +2 to AC and dexterity saving throws.
Okay. So he gets an
3/4 is that, but +5 instead.
so he made him roll a 7. He's gonna have an 11 total.
All right. He's failed.
Nice.
Oh,
That's going to be an 18 points of bludgeoning
You
damage.
hear the sound of somebody dropping an egg off a building. he falls. He obeyed in the
He
end.
eventually fell.
He
Yeah.
falls
Thank
back.
I
you.
just chuckle slightly.
Laughs Endorfish.
Yes.
Excellent. These boys are going to take their turn. Number 1 is going to try to attack you, Crypt. Does a 20 hit? Please take 6 points of slashing damage. Number 2 is going to shoot at... He's going to try to shoot at you.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay.
He is
How
going...
much cover am I providing?
You're providing him with partial cover, so he's going to
So
have
plus
+2
2.
to AC. And does a 20 hit?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Count it down.
That's going to be 9 piercing damage.
Oof.
Yeah. So, good shot.
He went under your armpit as you were raising your arm.
I feel great shame. This is a dwarf.
Rortrin is now your armrest. Huh.
Okay.
Number 3 is going to try to do the same.
Rortrin again?
Yeah, and it does a 9 hit.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Oh, okay.
No, it
Just thought
doesn't.
I'd check.
Oh,
Is Rortrin down or not?
I
Are you
am
down?
down.
Okay, that does he have disadvantage? Oh, he wouldn't have tried to attack you if you were already down.
Yeah, I was down.
He's going to try to attack you. A 9 or a 7. Neither of those hit you.
No.
Okay. Wonderful. Now, this guy is going to try to attack you, Mr. Nicassius. That's a nat 20. I'm sorry. Would you like to
boy.
have a piece of your equipment sundered or take an injury?
Oh, we'll take the piece of equipment.
All right. Which piece?
Oh, I don't know.
Liver armor.
Sure, leather armor.
Yeah,
sundered.
between the two of us, we can repair a lot of stuff.
Yeah. It'll really only matter for this combat, ideally. All right, you're going to take 8 points of slashing damage.
Okey-doke.
The dice are really hot right now. Crypt.
Crypt is gonna continue hacking away at
Excellent.
what's face.
He's a whacking,
a
hacking,
D4.
slack.
D4.
Yes.
14.
That'll hit.
Doesn't break.
9.
He did.
He did.
You hack into his artery and then rip free, and blood paints the walls with a delightful smile.
Take that, bucket boys.
Now that you stare at him, he does look a little familiar. He should have stuck with his bucket. Boys, anything else you're going to do?
Bucket with a Z.
Okay. Breaker. Also with a Z. In the alphabet of common, Z always follows B.
Okay.
The same way that U usually follows Q.
Is number 2 like hanging out the window in order to shoot as he just was?
No. After they shoot, they pull back to pull back their arrow.
All right, so I'm gonna scuttle over to the window. How far away do I see him?
He's hanging against the back wall.
I just imagine Spider just going.
Spider-Man noises.
Just
I
the
am-
strafing.
Angry spider noises.
You drift across the building.
Breaker's going to shoot angry spider web at him.
Oh
there
my.
on the back wall.
Do it.
Ooh.
No breaker
24.
senpai Yamate.
Uh,
You hit it.
not that it probably matters, but you do have a D4.
You pin him and you just keep spraying, and you don't let up until he stops moving. He is fully restrained.
Okay.
Maybe forever. Wow, that was horrifying.
Yeah.
I'll say.
Do I know
Yeah.
what number 3 is doing? Can I see anything over there?
No,
Okay.
because you've got your butt in a window. I don't know why that specifically prevents you from seeing, but it does. Nicassius.
I did have to climb up and stick my ass in
This-
the window.
I don't imagine spiders have much neck joint, so you're probably just forced to be staring over here.
Effectively. So this guy just tore right through your leather armor. It fall to the floor. You feel naked.
You get. I'm going to try whacking him with the rapier again.
All right. That'll teach him.
And that's an 8.
That will not hit.
Okay.
What's your AC without the armor? Is it just 10?
I
forget how that works.
It only
Yeah.
gives me, the leather armor gives me 1 point,
Really?
essentially.
Yeah.
It's only a base of 11 instead of base of 10.
And then you add on your dex.
Yeah.
You normally add your dex on
Leather armor.
without armor,
On leather armor. Light
but
armor.
his armor has been sundered,
Yes.
so
his-
he doesn't have the
Right, so
benefit.
it
The
goes
dex
from
is
being a
all
14 to a
Gotcha.
13.
Yeah.
I've never had to deal with that outside somebody using natural armor.
Yeah.
I didn't know if
I
you just
am going
were stuck at
to-
10 for some dumb reason.
Yeah. I think you don't with like heavy armor, but I think the others. you
Right.
do, Yeah.
I am going to use, let's see. So I still have the cutting action I can take as a bonus action.
You can disengage from him and run
and then
away.
I still have my movement after that.
Yep.
Okay, well I'm going to use the disengage
Mm-hmm.
to head back down these stairs.
Okay.
And then I still have movement, or is that...
Movement.
It took
Disengage takes you 5 feet, and then your regular movement is 30 feet. You've already
Okay.
attacked, so
You've used
Right.
effectively 20 feet of movement so far because you had to
Okay.
go downstairs.
And then I will head down the street 10 feet.
All right, this way.
That way, yep. Away from the general
All right, away
course
from
of
these
battle
degenerates.
there.
degenerates. Right, me. I'm going to use.
Is it you? One moment.
You were down,
Ragdal.
right?
You're
I was just saying, A is already. It's your turn.
I'm going to healing word, Rortrin.
All
All right,
right.
thank you.
So that is 1d4.
No, man, there is not your
Sorry.
time.
That'll be 6 points of healing.
Thank
Do
you.
not have you yet. I'm not done with you.
And that's a bonus action, so I still have 1 cantrip I can use.
Yes.
Um,
Are you still providing him with half cover?
yes,
Okay.
I'll stay there. But, oops, sorry. You were somewhere over here.
Yeah.
Either of them visible at the moment?
They are visible. They have half cover.
Okay. I'm gonna cast Sacred Flame on this one.
All right, and that ignores cover.
Business covered.
Dexterity. It does an 11.
It fails.
Okay.
So that is 1d8. Just 2 damage, 2 radiant.
Okay. That was this one, was it?
Number 3.
Oh yeah. Yeah, this guy is just incapacitated. All right, number 3.
Is Sacred Flame an actual flame? Like fire flame?
No, it's
It's
radiant.
Sacred Flame. Yeah,
It's
radiant.
holy energy,
Okay.
not actual fire. Unfortunately.
It probably
Very
looks a lot
unfortunate.
like fire because it's Ragdal casting it, but
As we've discovered, webbing is highly flammable.
Yes.
Oh,
Rortrin.
yeah. Right. I'll stand up, and I take it I can see number 3. All right.
From your angle, I think you're going to be blocked by the spider's bulk.
Well,
You
that-
could walk so you're in front of Ragdoll, and then you'd be able to see it.
Yeah, I think I'll do that, and I'll cast magic missile at this fella.
All right. Well,
and
there we go.
Yeah, I take him down with magic missile. Hopefully, hey, and where's my last?
this.
what do you need?
D4.
D4. Thank you. Okay, so that's going to be 1, 2, 3. So 3,
4.
7 points of damage.
Blam, blam, blam. You hear swearing come from inside, but he is not dead. Thank you.
Come on, there it is.
Anything else?
That's it for me.
All right. Well, he is going to try to shoot Ragdoll. That will not hit. Number 6 is going to lean out the window and try to shoot your disappearing ass. Which is a little barer now than it was previously. That will not hit.
Is that all you were wearing?
Number 2 is going to
Oh,
vainly
yeah,
try to
clothing
free
on
himself
over
at
it.
disadvantage. And does not pass.
Oh, poor guy.
I am going to assume that you guys can shortly make quick work of these last 2 guys and kill them, and you have 1 guy hostage that you can interrogate at your leisure.
All right, and I take it we interrogate him at the beginning of.
Beginning of next session, at which time you guys should be level 3.
Sweet.